So Ciara has stepped her way to Africa and got citizenship in Berlin, and now she's a Balinese citizen. Okay. And now we're seeing this big message and agenda to try to deroot us from our American roots and place us somewhere in Africa. But it's not going to work.
The price of freedom is death. We're coming to get our check.
Black first, my brothers and my sisters, I'm excited to see you guys this evening. I'm excited, okay? We got a lot to discuss. Thank you all for being here. Your host, Afro Elite. We're going to have a real one tonight. We're going to have a good one. Much to discuss, all right? Thank you guys. Thank you guys for all coming in. Let me say this before we get started, because we're going to it's a lot to cover. So we're going to kind of get started kind of soon. So before we do that, what I'm going to do just off rip, I'm going to play the copyright disclaimer to establish to YouTube that everything we play thus forth is protected under the guides of fair use. Okay, it all is. Don't mess with me, because we're doing the right thing. We're all doing the right thing. Speaking of doing the right thing, what I need you guys to do is hit that like button, subscribe button, share button, all those buttons. All right, make sure y'all pressing all those buttons. We'll be right back. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So family, this isn't really breaking news, but it's okay. It's news, right? So Ciara, the FBA sister Ciara, she has went to Africa and she's become a Balinese citizen. Okay, all right. And there's this big promotion, and she's doing a lot of little, video. I can't really play some of the videos because I don't want like a copyright strike or anything like that going on. I'm not really trying to get none of that popping, but you know what I'm saying? She's out there and taking pictures and all that stuff and happy about it and okay, all right. But boy, the tethers feel like they've won something. They feel like, haha, we got you guys. We won the war. We won it. Ciara has won the war for us. Okay, yes. Okay. Truth be told, we've had people go to Africa and become citizens for a very, very long time. This is not nothing new. All right. You don't have just black people who are citizens of Africa. Keep this in mind. Just keep that in mind. Okay. Just keep that in mind. But okay, this has happened for the longest time. We're gonna look into this because they're very excited about it. I'm not mad. Shit, it's cool. People do that. People become citizens all over the place. But there's an agenda I'm starting to notice being pushed with this, and we're gonna get into that. But I want you guys to check this out real quick. Now, we already played the copyright disclaimer. Okay, we already played that. So let me get into. Hold on. Let me get into. Okay, hold on. Where is it? Okay. But so they are very excited. They are excited right now. Look at how happy they are. Hold on.
How come Beyonce, Michael?
Oh, playing the wrong thing. Okay. Lord, they clap. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button.
Because how come Beyonce, Michael Jackson, Steve Harvey, big major rich celebrities, Black American celebrities that have traveled to Africa never come on this app and say Africans hate us? They hate us. They hate. How come? Why is it the ones that are closed-minded, the ones that have never been to Africa, the ones that don't even know anything about Africa, right? And you guys, when you guys want to learn, you learn selective stuff, and it's always the people who are like I said, closed-minded, don't have a passport, right? Even though you do, you never go to Africa. You never go, let me go see for myself. But you have the most to say. You think all Africans hate you. Like, all 54 countries, is that even possible mathematically, logically, scientifically? All 54 countries, they all hate you? You think that you're just one country? You're just one country. Even colonization did not reach some parts in Africa. So there are people who don't even know you exist in Africa, but you think that they hate you. Because you're American at the end of the day. Black Americans are Americans at the end of the day. And America is an isolated country, so you guys are not aware and you're not used to having other black people around you. That's why I see the way you guys interact sometimes is like off a bit. It concerns me that with Black Americans, it's more like actual hate. It actually concerns me a lot. It's so self-absorbed to think that every African hates you. You're not the center of the world, but like you're too self-centered. Like anytime an African has something to say, you think that they hate. Why? Like they're black too. They're a different type of black people. But you as a Black American, you have the technology, the Wi-Fi, the sources to go learn about them. You have the American passport. You have it all. So sometimes when I see Black Americans come on the internet and make all these ignorant comments, it pisses me off. It does piss me off because like you should not be on this level. You should be above it all. Like honestly, you should know more than me. You should be educating me. Like you should be the one that's like, oh, I see what you're doing. You're probably ignorant. Let me teach you. Like that's how I feel like it should be, because y'all have access to resources and things that most people don't have outside of the States. You have all the reasons and everything that's right on your freaking doorstep to be smarter, more like all the stuff that you need to do, especially when it comes to like, because when it comes to America, don't like y'all know your shit. And I've learned so much from Black Americans. But when it comes to Africa, y'all act like white racist people. And I'm not saying this to be me. I'm not saying this because I hate you. I don't. Anyway. And I feel like that is an excuse because you're just trying to dismiss everything that was being said and just wrap it under the umbrella of hate. And mind you, these are Africans that have been fighting colonization since for how many years ago? People are trying to rebuild their broken civilizations and economies and stuff like that. And we're trying to play catch up when we have all these, Western powers with their foot on our necks, and you really think people are hating you. It's bigger than that. I'm sorry. There are things out there in the world that's more important.
Okay, all right. So we're tripping. We're the ones who are tripping. We're the ones who are self-absorbed. We think that everything revolves around us. We have no idea that nobody pays attention to us. We are the ones who think we're the center of the earth and everybody's caring about us so much. But what messes y'all up is that we're more intelligent than you guys try to paint us out to be. And nobody's saying, oh, but we're saying it's more than enough to be a problem, and you guys are not going to sit up there and dismiss this problem. Why? Because we have receipts, and we have receipts dating back years. All right, let me show you some of the things that they've been saying. I mean, they've been talking pretty greasy. Now, they don't hate us, and we self-absorbed, and we think everything's about us, but yet they come over here and this type of energy they on. Let me show you this, okay? When I first came to America, OMG, I hate hashtag Akata kids so much. Like I will use them for money ritual. All right. Oh, okay. We're the ones who have the problem and we think that everything's about us. Okay. She talking about when she first came to America, she started hating on the damn children and would sacrifice them for money. Okay. And you wonder why their homeland is so messed up, right? You just wonder, right? Okay. All right. Here's another one. Y'all might not know this, but I can't stand niggers. Oh, ER. All right. Black Americans, Akatas, whatever you call them, I hate them. Oh, damn. Well, damn. All right. Okay. All right. Hold on. Now, we're the ones who think that they messing with us, and we're obsessed. Listen to what she said. She said, we are the problem. She said, nobody else is checking for us. Nobody else is thinking about us like that. Why do we think they think about us like that? Because we see stuff like this all the time, but let them tell it because Ciara gets to go and become a citizen. It's not like, she's a celebrity or anything like that. But okay, Ciara becomes a citizen. Now all of a sudden, that's the representative of Africa and how much they love us. Okay. Another one. Africans hate Black Americans. Oh wow, damn. Well, didn't the lady just say that they don't hate us? Didn't the lady just say that we're the ones who are imagining it and we're ignorant and we don't travel Africa and we don't know anything about them? And okay. Okay. Okay, then. I just, okay. Okay. They said Africans hate Black Americans. They don't even call them African American because they don't deserve that title. Well, you know what? Yeah. And then now they were saying we don't deserve to be called African American. And now we're saying, okay, well, don't call us an African American. Now they were, wait, stop it. No. We don't, y'all was bragging about us not being from Africa and us not having another place to go back to. That's what they were saying. Now we're saying, okay, you're right, because we're from here. We're not an African American. Okay. We are just Black American. We are foundational Black American. Now they're tripping up because they want us to sit up there and be like Ciara and act like she's finding some roots or something like that. And we're going to get into the whole finding your roots thing, finding your roots. We're going to get into that. Okay. But they've been talking greasy for a little minute. Okay. Now, this one, I think is very interesting. I love to bring some of my American friends to, I guess, GA is supposed to be Ghana, right? With me. But they'll accidentally embarrass themselves / me. Then I'd have to explain to my family why I bought Akata's home. Y'all, they're talking about Akata's like we're some, like quite literally, like we're some type of stray dog. That's how you got to explain to your family why you bought Akata's home. I mean, damn, y'all make it seem like we white. Hold on. Can I ask y'all a question? I just want to ask y'all a question. I really want to ask y'all a question, right? Because I think I know the answer. I think I know what you guys are going to say, but I'm not sure. So I just want to I want to ask you guys a question. The whole, you have to explain to your family why you bought Akata's home. Is that divisive? I thought we were all, quote unquote, from the motherland. You explaining why you embarrassed in having to explain why you bought the quote unquote Akata's home. Is that not divisive? Are you not delineating yourself? I mean, I'm seeing receipts after receipts after receipts where you guys have made it abundantly clear that we are not all the same. They have made it abundantly clear that we are not all the same. And then when we say, okay, well, I mean, yeah, you're right, we're not all the same. Now we hate ourselves. Now we are quote unquote pretendians. All right. Now because of that. Okay. All right. Y'all be picking and choosing what argument y'all want to abide by. Y'all, it just don't make no sense. Now, here's the thing. Nobody is tripping. Nobody is mad. If she want to become a citizen of Berlin, all right. I mean, that don't stop her from being FBA. She wasn't born there. And I can guarantee you one thing, she don't got no damn birthright citizenship in Berlin. I can guarantee you that. If she had a child and gave birth in Berlin, that child don't mean that child is not an automatic Balinese citizen. I can guarantee you that. But notice that there's this big push all of a sudden to kind of have us this mass exodus to Africa. And then we've talked about this before, but I want y'all to look at this. All right, come on.
While U.S. policies continue to put pressure on African nations, many African Americans are making a different choice. Ditching the American dream, they are returning to Africa to reconnect with their roots, reclaim their heritage, and rediscover their identity. So, what is driving this shift, and what could it mean for...
Notice they keep saying that. rediscover our identity. We already have an identity here. Our identity, we're not lost, and they keep trying to frame it. Anytime we do something, and this is why a lot of people, which I don't have anything against the whole continent. I don't think that makes a lot of sense to have something against a land mass. Land masses are neutral. They're not good or bad. All right. Well, some of them, if they got like radiation or something like that, but we're not talking about that. Land masses are neutral. They're not good or bad. It's the people that makes the environment good or bad. And notice every single time we go over there to Africa, it's always this, you're finally home. You're finally here to connect to your real roots. It's always this thing where they're uprooting our American roots and trying to say, well, no, all your roots belong here. Notice they keep saying that. It's not like, oh, we can never just check Africa out and be that, okay? We can never do that. It's always we're finally discovering ourselves. No, we know who we are very well. But notice that they're pushing this thing of we're going back, and Ciara, she discovered herself, her true self. Black Americans are finally touching back in with their roots. Like, okay, all right. Okay. As you have them fleeing over to America, trying to hide from ICE, not to go back home. And they want to tell us we need to go over there and quote unquote rediscover our roots.
Africa's future. Our next report has more details.
The American dream, glorified by pop culture and sown deep into the minds of people, has drawn many to the United States for decades. But that dream is getting a reality check and seems like it doesn't hold the same appeal anymore. For some, the real dream now lies deeper in their roots, in heritage, and in identity. Many African Americans are now looking beyond the U.S., packing their bags and heading home to Africa.
Y'all see that? Oh, many of them, all of these people are coming over here fleeing. They're fleeing over. When is this happening? Many of us, and I want y'all to keep this in mind too, because this is a little play on words, a little trick that they're doing. They're saying African American, but remember that technically African American is not a lineage based term, which is why we use more lineage specific terms like FBA and Foundational Black American. It's not a lineage based term. So just follow me, guys, follow me. So if Myron Gaines, who's from Sudanese, his real name isn't even Myron Gaines, it's like Amru Fudi or Fudai or something like that, right? He's an African American, technically, by the technical sense. He's an African American. So is Elon Musk, an African American, all right? So you have a lot of African Americans, quote unquote, in America, but they're not of the lineage. So you'll have somebody who's from Africa come to America and then go back to Africa, and then the news will try to manipulate it like, oh my God, look at all these African Americans returning home. Well, yeah, he's returning home because he spent 20 years there. He's from there. This man is a damn Nigerian. And he's coming over here, and now you saying he's an African American because he might have some citizenship. Just notice that, all right? And I want you guys to look at, I'm just going to be honest, look at the people you see here. This is why I have it big. Look at the people you see here. Most of these people, and I'm not even saying this to be shady, most of these people look like they from Africa, like they living in Africa and from Africa, all right? So it looked like people returning back to Africa after a generation or two. It's not a lineage thing, but they're trying to push this propaganda like it is.
Why? To reconnect, to feel accepted, and to reclaim their heritage.
Mozambique,
38-year-old American YouTuber Austin Holloman is one of them. He moved to Kenya 9 months ago. He says the U.S. felt broken to him, but on the other hand, Kenya feels warm, welcoming, and complete.
We're not gonna digress too much, but that dude, hold on, let me show you. That dude, where is he? Okay,
38-year-old American YouTuber Austin Holloman.
He was making a YouTube about being a damn passport bro. If you guys remember, this guy was all over Brazil and Latin America tricking, because that's what passport bros are. They're a bunch of international tricks. So he was out there tricking in Brazil and got kicked out. He got kicked out of a couple of different Latin American countries, all right? So now he's quote-unquote finding home. I think you mean tricking. This dude is tricking in Africa now, like he was doing in South America. And now he's quote-unquote finding home. Nah, And they say he's 38, and I'm not sure if he's 38, because last I checked, he was like in his 20-something. All right. But okay, I'm not sure if they're correct on that. But yeah, this is a passport bro who was talking about how we all need to go to Brazil and trick and got kicked out. So yeah, you can't take him serious at all.
Is one of them. He moved to Kenya 9 months ago. He says the U.S. felt broken to him, but on the other hand, Kenya feels warm, welcoming, and complete.
So I picked Kenya because I feel the safest here. People look similar to me, or you could say they look like me. It's not like going to Europe or going to some Latin American countries where there aren't that many black people.
Dude, then why was you in Latin American countries then, dude? It's not like that. Yeah, but you was trying to stay in there. You got kicked out. Talking about, yeah, I feel so safe here, and I like the way the people was looking. Nah, dude, we know your get down, and we know your preference. You was trying to get with them Latinas, and not the black ones. You was trying to get with the white Latinas. Don't be playing that. Yeah, I like the people that look like me, dude. Because you got kicked out of the countries of the people who don't look like you. That's why.
And I think God just wants me here. It feels like I'm at home, like I fit in here.
And it's not just about feelings. Politics is also pushing this change. Holloman says America's global image is not what it used to be. And with Donald Trump's return, he is worried what comes next.
He's creating global tension. So new countries are making it harder for Americans to even travel or to be a nomad in different countries. Like in Namibia, they deported Americans and they added new visa restrictions when before you could just fly right in. So Trump may not be the best solution for expats.
Holloman is not alone. Meet Kenneth Harris. He is an ex-military veteran. Born in Atlanta 2 years ago, he booked a one-way ticket to Kenya. Today, he is hosting guests in an Airbnb and enjoying his dream life in Nairobi.
I've always had that adventurous spirit, especially when I joined the military, got to go to different countries and so me taking the opportunities to venture out to other places, that's what allowed me to make a home away from home. And Kenya is my new home.
Harris and Holloman are just two voices. A growing number of African Americans are making the shift. They want to connect with their ancestors and are calling the move coming home. And while Kenya is a hotspot, it is not just the only one. Ghana started Year of Return in 2019.
Oh, yeah, y'all don't even want to go there. Y'all don't want to get, okay.
It became a catalyst for thousands of African descendants to embark on the return journey. Last year, it granted citizenship to 524 Black diaspora members, mostly African Americans. Benin has followed suit. Last year, it passed a law giving citizenship to descendants of enslaved Africans. The American artist and Grammy-winning performer Ciara has just become one of the first to be granted citizenship. The motive behind this is not just cultural. Economists say this reverse migration could boost Africa's economies and help the continent to hold on to its talent.
Okay. All right. Well, let's tell us more, why don't you? So this is going to be beneficial to you guys. Just notice that all of this year of return thing or whatever the case is. Now, I want you guys to keep this in mind. When celebrities who already have millions of dollars, they do this, this is for some type of this is to help them in their profile, whether it's a contract or something like that. When we, like say me, any one of y'all, it's a whole bunch of y'all up in here, if we was to do that, we gonna have to have a bag, we're gonna have to pay them money. It's something that's beneficial for them. Okay, notice every single transaction we get is some type of like exploitation for them. It's always something that's going to help us with our talent. It's going to help us with our economy. It's going to help us over here. And y'all be coming over here. Y'all don't be trying to help nothing but yourselves. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, sometimes you just listen hard enough, you'll hear the truth.
In some way, America is losing.
And they keep saying African American, quote unquote, African Americans. I gotta say it. I don't see no, besides Ciara, okay. Besides Ciara and Stevie Wonder, I don't really see no African Americans, quote unquote. Y'all are having Africans who are American citizens. But yeah, okay.
Losing talent, it's losing resources, it's losing the narrative that America is the land of dreams, is a viable place for anyone. There are abundance of opportunities. There is social cohesion, there is stability. This reverse migration is denting that narrative. So America is of course likely to lose, including things like brain drain.
So while
Y'all, these, and I don't even know. These are Africans getting off a plane. Like, what are we doing? Why are we lying? Is there a reason y'all lying like this? And this ain't even to be shady to the family coming off the plane, but y'all not gonna fool nobody. These are people whose lineage is from Africa, who were probably born. They probably getting off a plane to come to America. What are why are y'all lying? Y'all straight up just lying.
While more and more African Americans choose to return, they are not just escaping, but are returning to peace and purpose.
Yo, come on. Why? We can see. Why? See, if it would be one thing if y'all wasn't showing the video. Why y'all? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. They look like Akon coming off the boat. Akon and Michael Blackston coming off the plane talking about African Americans are returning home. All right. Okay. Okay, y'all really don't think we know what we look like. That's y'all problem. Y'all honestly don't believe that we know what we look like.
And as they make that journey home, their stories aren't ending. They are new beginnings.
Okay. Wow. Wow. Just okay. Look, man, there's nothing wrong with traveling somewhere. There's nothing wrong with traveling. I think traveling is great. A lot of people, a lot of the smartest people travel. They go around the world and they travel. There's nothing wrong with traveling. Traveling is great. Whether you travel to Africa, Europe, China, any other place, traveling is a great thing. The problem is that you don't lose yourself when you go travel somewhere. That's the thing. We should never lose ourselves. But every time we quote unquote travel, they try to deroot us. It's this agenda to deroot us from our American roots. We have roots. We built this country in America. Okay. We are the true Americans. We're the people who made this country great. Everything about this country, from the core concept of it, is foundational Black American. When we say we are foundational, we mean that from the blood, sweat, and tears embedded in the soil from children to adults to old people, all right? All of that, from generations and centuries of work, labor, all right? We are what America really is. We are the real Americans here. And there's this big thing to kind of de-root us and give us claim and roots and stuff like that onto the continent of Africa. Now, let me say this. All right, let me add this. We are, as foundational Black Americans, most of us. Now, everybody has to do their own genealogy. I'm not telling people what they are. I'm telling people they need to do their own genealogy. Most foundational Black Americans, because of the history here, we have different ancestral ties. Okay, so we're like this mix of a lot of different things, very unique and unlike everybody else. Most people around the world are not really most ethnicities around the world are not a big mix of a lot of different things. We as FBA, we are a mix of a lot of different things. We are a mix of indigenous people. That's scientifically proven. I don't know why people are acting like that has been debunked or that has not been verified. We are a mix of that. Now, there are people who are a mix and they do have African blood ties. That's true. Okay. There are also people who have European blood. Let's be honest. There are people who have European blood. There's a bunch of FBAs who have some European, whether that's Irish, English, Italian. Okay. We're not Irish. I'm not Irish. You're not Italian. You're not British. You're not these things. We're foundational Black Americans. Now, your unique roots, you might have to do your own genealogy to that, because my actual roots might be different from this family or that person or that brother or that sister. Our roots might be individually a little bit different. So I might be more indigenous, you might be more something else. But collectively speaking, we are a mix of all of those things. Now, we are all Black, but we are a very unique American-made mix, all right? This is the mix that created America, okay? Now, a lot of people have been doing their research, and they've been finding out that actually our mixture is way more indigenous than what has been taught, okay? Because you guys, a lot of people, they've been taught, we've always acknowledged that, yes, there's been African mixture and there's been European mixture, but the indigenous mixture, people have always gaslit and said that that doesn't exist. And that if you claim any indigenous mixture or any indigenous ties to the land whatsoever, then it's some type of hatred of Africa. So a lot of people are doing research now, and they're doing their genealogy, and they're finding their ancestry, and they're finding out that their indigenous ties is a lot stronger. Their roots, their indigenous roots goes a lot deeper than what has been taught in the schooling and all of this stuff, right? So yes, that's what we are. And there's nothing wrong with that. This is something that's already been proven. We don't have to keep doing that. All right. Yet there's this constant narrative and agenda to say, your roots are another place. Your roots are someplace else. Your roots are someplace else. All right. And it's not what y'all think it is. It's really not. And y'all be making people, y'all really do be making yourselves look bad. Honestly. Blackness is not the first and second. It's not all about Africa. Okay. It's really not. It's honestly not. It's really not, man. It's really not. Yet you have some people, now you got people bragging. Okay, hold on. About, like, people are quite literally bragging about it. Let me see this. So, boy. All right, look at this, y'all.
Nigeria is
So, I don't know what, I guess Nicki Minaj recently did a song with a Nigerian person or whatever the case is. I guess she did. All right. She might have did a song with a Nigerian person. And then something happened about somebody called, I don't even really know personally, But she made a thing, she made a response to it. Y'all know Nicki, let's be honest, Nicki Minaj be trolling a lot. She's very well known for that. But listen to this. Okay, let's go.
Ain't Nigeria is American? Ain't Africa is American? And you want them to leave your country? How dare you?
How did y'all get Nicki Minaj involved in that sport wars? How?
Okay. How do we get Nicki Minaj involved in the diaspora wars? We're not going to do that. Because we still remember what Nicki Minaj was doing with Michael B. Jordan. Talking about how Michael B. Jordan isn't Caribbean and Michael B. Jordan shouldn't be using their Caribbean holiday or their Caribbean name or something like that for his drink, even though he was actually partnered up with somebody who's from the Caribbean. He got all of the flack for it, but okay. Yeah. They was like, oh, you're not Caribbean. You're not Caribbean. You need to apologize. Take that name down. So the whole, how did you get Nicki Minaj involved in the diaspora wars? Nah, we not going to do that. Nicki Minaj has said a couple of things about the quote unquote diaspora wars before. She's also made some very controversial comments about Malcolm X and Rosa Parks. So yeah, we not gonna Nicki got a history. She got some flags on the play. She got some flags on the play. We ain't gonna do that.
How did y'all get Nicki Minaj involved in that sport wars? How? Nicki Minaj, of all people, involved in that sport wars. How? The good thing is,
he keeps saying of all people. Nicki is not Beyonce. He making it seem like Nicki Minaj is not like she be staying to herself and she be staying out of controversy and she be minding her business. Nicki is almost the only person I can say that beats Nicki when it comes to going off online is quite literally Cardi B. Nicki is always going off on Twitter. She always beefing with somebody. She always making videos, putting somebody on blast, saying somebody hating on her, always in some controversy. Nicki was just in a controversy with SZA like a couple of weeks ago. So we ain't gonna sit up there and be making it seem like, well, Nicki just be minding her business and y'all just drag her into the... No.
Nicki Minaj is not rocking with FBA. She is not FBA. Nicki Minaj is liking comments saying that she's Nigerian. But I think it's so funny that y'all really got Nicki Minaj involved in diaspora wars. That's how you make a statement without even saying anything. She said nothing, but she made a statement. She made it clear. I'm not rocking with FBA. FBA!
Yeah, because she not. What do you mean? I'm not rocking with FBA. No, because Nicki is not. Nicki is not FBA. And I don't know where the rumor came from that she's Nigerian. She's not Nigerian. Nicki Minaj is from Trinidad. That's a well-known fact, actually. So I'm not sure where that, like if that was a joke or something like that, if people were just playing or people might have thought she was Nigerian, but no, Nicki is from Trinidad. So I'm not sure where that was from, but okay.
We got Nicki Minaj. Who y'all got? I have yet to see a single black celebrity come out here and claim FBA. Who y'all got? Kanye? He does not even know who he is. Yo, listen, we got Nicki Minaj. We got Nicki Minaj, the queen of rap.
Ooh, the queen of rap. I don't know. The way Nicki Minaj, and I'm not gonna lie, Nicki Minaj she was on the top of the list some years ago, but boy, if falling off from grace was a thing, Nicki Minaj would definitely be in the top 10 list. Nicki Minaj can't stop staying in beef. Nicki Minaj is now coming off like a straight up hater to and not just the men, every single woman artist that comes up nowadays, she beefing with damn near every single female rapper now, and the men. Talk about a fall from grace. Nicki is the queen of rap. Okay, I need a second opinion on that one.
Who y'all got? We got Ciara. We got Ludacris. We got Tyson. Mike Tyson said, I'm a nigga from the Congo. I'm a nigga from the Congo.
Oh, okay. Well, first off, we don't need nobody. It's not a lineage. Is not something that you need to claim. It's not like a religion. Y'all treating the thing like it's a religion, and it's not. It's not a religion. You either FBA or you not. You either FBA or you're not. But we are gonna say, actually, if we're going to be honest, Ryan Coogler he's publicly claimed FBA on multiple occasions.
Actually, I haven't heard that one.
Really?
What, Y twins?
Yeah, white twins.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Who is Ryan sitting right next to? Oh, now that's very interesting. Ryan is sitting next to none other than Michael B. Jordan. Shout out to Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan in the Sinners movie. Okay. Still one of the best movies that's come out this year. And Michael B. Jordan is also FBA. So do you think if Ryan Coogler is making a movie about FBA history that Michael B. Jordan isn't also tapped in? I'm just asking. Because Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan has made several films together. You don't think that Michael B. Jordan, he plays FBA people all the time, from Killmonger to the character, I forgot the name in The Wire, all right, to Creed, now to Smoke and Stag. You don't think Michael B. Jordan is tapped in? If Ryan is, but okay.
Yeah, I haven't gotten that one.
You know, look at the poster. It's a story primarily about Africans in America. If you know the history of foundational Black Americans.
The history of the foundational Black Americans. Okay. And I'm going to tell you right now, Ryan is on a damn generational run. Everything Ryan Coogler has been touching has been turning into gold.
Interesting opportunity for me to do some research about my lineage. And I had that opportunity before with the Panther films. And in that situation, you know, me being a foundational Black American, you know, my family has been here, you know, for over 400 years, essentially, you know, in North America. But you know, the Panther films allowed me to travel back to the continent of Africa and spend time there and you know, and contemplate our distant ancestry as it relates to the continent, as it relates to the diaspora. This movie afforded me the opportunity to go back to my more recent lineage, you know, 100 years or so, you know, and go back to, you know, the Mississippi, a state that I had never been to.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, people are more tapped in. You want to brag, oh, my God, look at Ciara and Nicki Minaj. Okay, well, Nicki Minaj is actually from there. So Nicki Minaj literally can't claim to be FBA. She couldn't claim, even if Nicki loved FBA to death, she couldn't claim to be FBA because she's not. She's not FBA. No, I mean, come on now. Y'all are literally acting like this is some type of big victory lap, and it's really not. This is not no big victory lap for y'all. This constant thing, this constant agenda to displace us. Now we're being told that, you know, this is a pretendian thing, and we're pretendians and all of that stuff, and we're all family. And listen, man. We're gonna stop all of that. We're gonna stop all of the whole thing of our African roots. Let me show you something. Vic Mensa, he's a rapper. Vic Mensa, let me show you. Come on now, pull the thing up. Vic Mensa had said something. Now remember, I want to take you back. This is Vic Mensa before.
Oppressor that exploits the African, abuses the Latino. And please believe.
Now, Vic Mensa is non-FBA. Now, Vic Mensa, when the ice raids was going out, Vic Mensa, because we were saying we were staying at home, Vic was all like, oh no, the same person who we got the same oppressor and we need to fight for the Latinos. Remember, that's what Vic Mensa was on, talking about we got to fight for the Latinos and we got to fight against ICE and we got to fight against mass deportation. Remember that?
The same oppressor that exploits the African, abuses the Latino. And please believe if they could figure out how to deport niggas, they've been trying since the Emancipation Proclamation. The same enemy has used these same methods to divide, devalue, and destroy.
Okay, so that's the All Lives Matter, Vic Mensa. Okay, I just want to give you guys a little reminder, but Vic Mensa has said something else in response to the controversy going on about the Essence Fest.
Recently, I've seen a lot of drama online about Essence Fest being taken over by Africans and run into the ground. Sounds like Zimbabwe. That's fucked up. That's a bad joke. I take that back. Well, I can't really speak to Essence Fest. What it has ignited is widespread fury from FBA, foundationally Black Americans, toward Africans. And let me say, Black Americans have very legitimate reason for concern about their creations being co-opted. Shit, you remember when Miley Cyrus invented twerking? Or rock and roll, jazz, IBM computers? Black Americans are the architects of so much of global culture today, with unrivaled contributions to music, art, literature, science, technology, cuisine, literally everything. And let's be real, Africans in America and globally have often perpetuated stereotypes against Black Americans and made ridiculous claims like they have no culture while emulating their culture. Some of this shit is pretty out there, though. A lot of the FBA movement even goes as far as to say they're not even descended from Africa. And you know, that's kind of like, did you descend from some African-looking Native Americans?
Actually, yeah. Actually, I'm actually glad that you brought that up, Vic. That's actually very true. We actually we really do. If we're gonna tell the truth about, can we tell the truth about it and people not say it's quote unquote pseudoscience if we told the truth? Because the whole thing of you can't look Black unless you're from Africa. No, Blackness extends past Africa. Truth be told. All right, I want y'all to look at this. Now, we already know about Lazia woman, and this is the oldest ancestor from the Tulsa race riots. That they damn near look the exact same. This is a scientifically confirmed physically, you can literally see this with your own eyes. All right. And you're seeing this woman who is a foundational Black American woman, the survivor of the Tulsa, Oklahoma massacre, okay, looking the same. So yeah, when you say, yeah, are you descended from some African-looking natives? Actually, when you actually look at it and look at what some of the actual oldest natives look like, they do look like they are African. Well, they're Black, but the thing is that, yeah, if y'all in this, the whole pseudoscience myth that Black people didn't have any presence anywhere in the world past Africa, if it wasn't for Europeans, is a lie, and that's been confirmed. That's a lie. But let's listen to him go off. Okay.
That part is tough because, like, Don Cheadle, that nigga look like his name supposed to be Umbugu. He looked like you say his shit with a click. Don Cheadle. But hey, it's not surprising that after centuries of psychological propaganda to devalue and degrade Africa, that its descendants would want to distance themselves. We see.
No. And see, I don't like that either. I don't like that either. Yeah, and he is a Democrat shill. He was sitting up there caping for Kamala. Yeah, he was. But I don't like that either. The whole, well, yeah, because of all of the anti-African propaganda, it does make sense that you guys don't want to connect with Africa. No, dude. We have been the people who've been the biggest champion of Africa in the continent. We have been more inspired by, even though we didn't really know them, we have been bigger champions and advocates for Africa than Africa has been. We've been the one trying to uphold the glory of Africa and the majesty of Africa, and we're the ones who are making the movies about coming to America and Prince Lumumba and all of this stuff. We've been the ones who've been doing that. We've been the ones who've been carrying the Pan-African movement. That's been us. We are the ones who've been waving the damn Pan-African flag. That's been us. We've been the ones who've been having Africa tattoos and wearing the dashikis and the kufis and changing our names to African-sounding names. That's been us. That's something that's been our culture. So now that we're saying, okay, well, now we're actually going to tap in to our American roots. Now it's become, oh, well, I mean, you guys are probably brainwashed into hating Africa. Whoa, y'all don't have no right to tell us that we hate Africa. Y'all don't have no right to tell us that. We've been rejected and then came back and rejected and then came back and kept going back and forth. Now, nobody can say I'm lying because this stuff has been confirmed to have happened. We have confirmed history that we've been the ones champion Africa, and all Africa, not just one or two countries, all Africa. I'm talking about from Egypt to damn it, South Africa. All right, from the top to the bottom and everything in between. We've been the ones sitting up there boycotting for their behalf, fighting for their behalf, advocating for them. We've been the ones making them better, making their image, saving their image. So nobody gets the right to sit up there and tell us that, well, I mean, I guess you guys, you're rejecting Africa because you're ashamed. No, it's not no rejection of Africa out of quote unquote being ashamed. It's not that. It's not even a disdain for Africa. It is us tapping into our roots here. And every time we try to acknowledge and tap into our American roots here, it's this problem where it's always this gaslighting thing because they make it seem like you don't love yourself if you acknowledge your American roots.
In skin bleaching, colorism, all aspiration to European beauty standards. But let's make something abundantly clear. For all the legitimate points of disagreement, Africans are not the enemy of Black Americans. Africans are not your oppressor. Africans are not policing and murdering you en masse. Africans didn't redline your communities and resign you to food deserts.
And the whole thing of, well, Africa is not the real bad guy. Africa is not the real bad guy. We got to okay. No, we're not going to do that. Because what that is deflection. You're deflecting. Every time we acknowledge their issue, you're deflecting the same way, Vic, you were doing for the Latinos. When we were talking about how the Latinos were anti-Black and how the Latinos were racist, you kept on saying, well, hold on, we got a bigger enemy. So Vic is known for doing that. Every time we sit up there and hold somebody accountable or not cape for somebody or want to delineate like everybody else does to us, every time we do that to them, here comes Vic talking about, well, we all got to face this bigger enemy. He's not going to go to them and say that about them. He's not going to tell them that they need to stop all that disrespect and they need to stop all that tethering that they've been doing and they need to fall in line. But he's going to tell us that we got to look past that because of the bigger enemy. The same way we got to look past the racism of the Latino community because of the quote unquote bigger enemy. But he's not going to tell nobody else that they need to respect us and fall in line with us and be allies, real allies to us. But we got to accept them under the guise of a bigger enemy, an enemy that they're working alongside.
Africans didn't pump crack cocaine through the neighborhood. Well, the Clips look kind of African. The niggas look kind of African, I ain't gonna lie. Now you do have Akon. Akon was locked up for something. My point being, man, we are a literal family. Families fight and they disagree, but blood is thicker than water.
What's funny is that none of them tell them that. It's always us. The blood is thicker than water and we all family and we all got to stick together and we all got to. But you're not going to tell. Now, he acknowledged because we have too many receipts to show their disrespect. So you can't dismiss that and act like you don't see that. You can't act like that is not a real thing. But every time we say that, it's always, well, let's look past that. Let's just look past that and keep on going. We got to do that for Latinos. We're going to have to do that for the diaspora. Next, we're going to have to do that for Asians. Now, who are we going to have to do that? Like, come on. We're not doing that. That's the damn Democratic shields talk. Now, and that type of talk about, well, you know, you didn't descend from no African-looking natives. Now you got $5 Indians talking out the side of their neck.
Some Black people are subscribing to indigenous erasure, claiming that they are the true Native Americans or true indigenous people to Canada and the United States, and we are not. Now, I don't want to have a debate or even go into the details of that utterly ridiculous, stupid idea, but What I want to know is, when did you guys decide to turn against us?
Okay. Now, what just gets under my skin is that when you look at him and then you look at old statues and pictures and artifacts of actual natives, whether that's hieroglyphs or anything of actual natives, they never, and I'm not talking about most of the time, a lot of times, I'm talking about they never look like him. They be looking black as hell, like us. They don't look like him at all, but yet he can claim to be indigenous, and nobody's saying, well, hold on, I don't really know about that. Yeah, let's do a blood test. They don't put him through the whole blood test thing. They don't do that to him. This dude looked Mexican, to be very honest with you. Quite frankly, he looks Mexican, and I'm not ashamed of saying that. He looks Mexican. We're gonna have to tell the truth today. The dude looks Mexican as hell. But okay, all right. And if we claim any bit of being indigenous, then all of a sudden that's indigenous erasure. Let him tell it. Then he talks about, when did we decide to turn against you? Didn't y'all, the 5 civilized tribes, have slaves? Don't foundational Black Americans have to currently today sue you guys for re-entry into those tribes because you guys have purged all of the Black people out the tribes? Y'all didn't do that to the white ones, but y'all purged all of the Black people out of the tribes. The ones who are in there, the ones who actually were able to survive the damn dolls rolls, where y'all allowed a lot of white people in y'all tribes after assimilating and marrying them and letting them become the chiefs and commanders and leaders of y'all tribes. And then y'all enslaved Black people. Like, yeah, let's do our history here. You were like, man, when did y'all decide to turn against us? I don't know, maybe when you enslaved Black folk. I think that's when the relationship kind of severed at that point. I don't think we really got over the enslavement of the damn $5 Indians. I don't think we got over that yet.
When did the crazies among you begin to present theories like this that took hold in your communities? Because as far as I've always known my whole life, we've been good. And I don't just have a few Black friends. I was actually raised by a Black man in a Black American neighborhood, in a Black family who still considers me family. So I just want to know, when did you guys start losing your damn minds, man? Because I have always known you to be good, compassionate, logical people. And now every other day, I see tons of Black people on this app trying to cancel us, man. And to be honest, that shit breaks my heart. I mean, you of all people, having also gone through a genocide, why would you then turn around and act like a colonizer to another group of people that have also been through a genocide? I just don't understand, man.
Well, why don't you look at your history? Why don't you look at your history then? In the history of people that you enslaved, the people who are now actually reclaiming their indigenous roots that they can verify, by the way. Nobody is saying, I want you guys to keep this in mind. Nobody is saying that when we do it, it's not legitimate, because we're actually winning. It's a lot of foundational Black Americans who are actually winning these cases. And actually, the Supreme Court is actually giving them citizenship back, returning citizenship and claim back to these tribes that we were a part of before. That is something that's been confirmed. The news has talked about it. This is something that's documented proof and confirmation. So you can't say, well, I mean, you guys were never a part of this. No, we're actually having the paperwork, doing the research, going to court, and getting our entry back, returning back to the tribes that we belong to as foundational Black Americans. So now the whole thing of, man, what did we ever do to you guys? Why are you guys betraying us? Y'all purged Black people, the Black natives, the Black indigenous out of the tribes for the benefit of yourselves and the white colonizers, the $5 Indians that you guys allowed and welcomed in there. So all of this gaslighting and we always been cool and we always been buddy, y'all are racist as hell. What are you talking about? And yes, we have receipts for all of that. So all of this damn gaslighting, like, man, what? And they keep doing this to FBA. Every single time we return the energy that they've been giving to us, it's always the, man, what did we ever do to you guys? Why y'all so mad? I don't understand. Nobody understands anything. Every time we return the energy, y'all be throwing stones from a glass house. We pick up a stone and stow it, and then y'all be like, we being attacked. I don't understand. What did we do? Okay, all right. Just take this rock. Metaphorically speaking, because we do not condone violence.
I mean, so much of my own thought is rooted in black thought. I got so many of my concepts around resistance and survival and resiliency from your guys' communities. Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Loon Organization, Kwame Nkrumah. I mean, I could go on and on and on, man. My grandma Helen from the Central District in Seattle, Washington. Intelligent, articulate, passionate people. And now you guys are on this shit? I just don't get it, man.
Okay. Now I want y'all to take a good look at him, and then I want y'all to take a good look at this. Take a look at him, take a look at this. Take a look at him, take a look at this. Take a look at him, take a look at this. But yet he can claim to be indigenous, all right? And nobody's going to challenge that. Nobody's going to question that. Nobody's going to tell him he has to do a damn DNA test and verify his lineage. But you got people who quite literally look like this, and we got to go through loops and bounds and backflip through loops of fire and do all these obstacles. We got to have a damn DNA test, a fingerprint test, a saliva test, a spinal test, all of these things, a hair sample, and then we got to trace our ancestry all the way back to the beginning of time. We got to do all of this stuff. All right. And they don't got to do none of that. Oh, okay. All right. So this is a constant agenda to displace us. All right. This is why now nobody is mad, but this is why I'm starting to see a lot of you guys are using FBA celebrities to push this agenda. Okay. Because if somebody else becomes a citizen someplace else, they're not saying, oh, you guys are reclaiming your roots. You're reclaiming. No. We got roots here. We built this country and nobody can take that away from us. That's what we've done. That's what we're doing. We've built this country. Nobody can take that away from us. And I'm not allowing anybody to. Now, hold on. Let me, what is going on here? Hold on. It froze up for a second. Now we got a whole bunch of people who are upset. They are mad. I'm talking about they mad. They mad at FBA, pissed off. Look at this. You got people calling us a group and a cult and all of this stuff. And you got some people, listen to this. This is blasphemy. Listen to this, y'all.
African American, if you're a Black American, whatever you want to be called. If you're African American, if you're a Black American, whatever you want to be called, and you promote the FBA, hey, I'm Native American, I'm Indigenous American. If you promote that rhetoric, right, you are quite literally of the devil. Like, I promise you, I believe if the devil was real, if he was right here in front of me right now, he would be telling me, oh my God, you're better than them. You're not like those Black people, even though we quite literally come from them. Like, my ancestors were slaves here.
So he's saying, if we're Black American, if we are pushing the quote unquote FBA rhetoric, okay, and FBA is a lineage. So what is the quote unquote rhetoric? FBA is not a religion. FBA is not an organization. You have millions of FBAs with different thoughts and opinions about everything. So there is no quote unquote defined FBA rhetoric because there's no leader. There's no book of FBA. You know, FBA rhetoric is what you think as an individual, because this is not a group. This is not an organization. This is not none of that. Okay. But they keep trying to frame it like that. Like this is some leader that we follow or religion or something like that. But if some people who've actually been doing that for generations have been actually legitimately tying their ancestry to native, to being indigenous to this land, he's saying you're of the devil. Now, remember when I told you guys, remember it was last week actually. Remember when I told you guys they treat Pan-Africanism like a religion? Is this not exactly what I'm saying? This is exactly what I'm saying. They quite literally treat Pan-Africanism like a religion, and they're treating a landmass, a continent on earth, like God. That's why he said, that's why if we say, well, no, there's blackness and there's been black people all over the world. Every black person is not, you can't say every black person can only claim Africa. There are black people who are indigenous all over the world. Okay, black people who have ties to being the natives of populations all over the world. That he's calling that devil-like. Literally, these are the words he's using. I'm telling you, these people have they think honestly Africa is some type of deity on the planet Earth. And that literally claiming anything besides Africa is blasphemy. That's why he's quite literally saying you're of the devil if you claim to be indigenous anywhere else outside of Africa. Like, are you serious? I can't be proven more correct with what he just said and how he just said it. I can literally not be proven more correct. This is what Pan-Africanism has done. It's made people believe that Africa is God, and if you don't claim that, you're of the devil. Quite literally. He literally said that. I'm going to take it all the way. I'm going to take it back, and I'm not going to interrupt it. I'm going to let it play.
If you're African American, if you're Black American, whatever you want to be called, and you promote the FBA, the hey, I'm Native American, are quite literally of the devil. Like, I promise you, I believe if the devil was real right here in front of me, he would be telling me, oh my God, you're better than them. You're not like those black people, even though we quite literally come from them. Like, my ancestors were slaves here, right? My people from Mississippi, right? Then they went to Ohio. My grandfather joined the military, and now we're here in Nashville. But like, I'm African American, you know what I'm saying? Like, born here, raised here, everything. But I know, like, quite literally anthropology, empirical evidence, every single thing, every historian, everybody agrees. There's so much proof that my people came from West Africa, and they were there for tens of thousands of years, right? Like, my people built up this country. This country still hates me, right? I'm not finna ever go against my brothers and sisters in Africa to be on the white man's side. Like, people who promote FBA, black conservatism, are quite literally perpetuating capitalist, white supremacist ideology, white supremacist rhetoric, right? That I'm better, that separatist, the sectarian belief system that comes with that FBA stuff is so weird. I promise you, it's the most counterproductive, the most reactionary stuff I've ever seen in my life. Like, I promise you, if the devil's real, he'd be right in front of me telling me to believe in what y'all believe in. It's so sad, man. Black people need to do better.
Okay. And you know what's so sad about this? Is I'm going to use this as an educational moment, to be very honest with you, because he looks younger than me. But he's saying that the white man hates us, which nobody is denying. Nobody's denying, but he's going to sit up there and ignore all of the damn anti-FBA hate where they talking about, I got to explain why I'm bringing Akatas home, them calling us straight up. I'm talking about they was calling us bullet bags. I got some way worse stuff. All right. Talking about we don't deserve to be called an African American. All of this grease. They've been talking greasy about us. And the second we say, okay, well, we're going to claim where we really from then. Now we of the devil. See, this is why, and I can almost promise you his parents are probably of this Pan-African religion, which is why we need to delineate, because we need to save people from this. This is the downfall. Yeah, you're supporting white and the whole thing of us being quote unquote conservative. No, we're not. No. We are against white supremacy, full stop, all the way. Okay, we are concerned with white supremacy. That's our mission. That's not their mission. That has not been their mission. Okay, we have done TikTok lives, and we've did time and time again. They come over here saying that's not what we came here for. We didn't come here to fight nobody. We didn't come here to help nobody. We didn't come here to join the revolution and the fight and protest. We came here to make money. That's what all of them have said. We come here to make money. and then send it back and stay here and live here. That's what they say. So they've been the ones that we talking about teaming up with the white man. You might want to actually look into the fact that a lot of black people were traded into slavery, sold from Africa into slave. I'm not telling something that didn't happen. I'm not lying. I'm not a liar. I'm not saying something that didn't happen. It's already been confirmed. Okay. They got whole tourist attractions about the damn castles where they were shipping black folk off to the Americas. All right. Why are you talking about that? Why are you talking? I would never team up against my brothers and sisters, and nobody's teaming up with the white man against them. But no, right now we're getting some straightening done. And every time we try to get some straightening done is these people who come in and try to literally act like these are angels from God. And every time we say something that's unfavorable about them, it's blasphemy and we're of the devil. Lord, he literally said that with his full chest. You got people sitting up there making it seem like we some type of hate group or something like that. Okay. Hold on. Look at this, y'all. Hold on.
FBA or ADOS cult, you can do more with your time than if you're in an
anytime, and I want you guys to hear this too. Anytime they put FBA and ADOS, they just mean people who don't claim to be nationless Africans, because that's what they want us to identify as, nationless Africans. Okay. They want us to try to dig and find some lost roots that don't really exist from Africa. So anytime somebody says, no, I'm American and my people built this country, they say, well, that's FBA/ADOS, because they want us all to identify as nationless Africans. Now, they don't do that with the Caribbean. Just keep that in mind. Now, the Caribbean can be Jamaican, Haitian, Trinidadian. You know what I'm saying? They can be all the things. They can be from the Caribbean. The Caribbean can be from the Caribbean. American, you cannot be from America. You got to be from Africa. So I just want you to understand those are the Pan-African religion rules.
FBA or
and keep this in mind. She's not FBA. She's a tether. Okay, the woman in the video.
If you're in an FBA or ADOS cult, you can do more with your time than having genealogical pissing contests. Y'all are right-wing black folks who have nothing because your history is actively being stripped from you. Your identity.
Okay, and the whole thing of we're right-wing and we're conservative. No. A lot of you guys, a lot of y'all are Democrat shills. And we're just not Democrat shills. We're not Democrat shills. We'll hold smoke for anybody, okay? Whether that's Trump, J.D. Vance, Charlie Kirk, whoever, okay? The Ben Shapiro, Elon Musk, whoever, okay? We got smoke for everybody. But you guys don't want us to return that smoke to the Democrats. So anytime we give smoke to the Democrats, there's this gaslighting of y'all black MAGA and y'all conservative, and no. So no. Anytime y'all hear them frame FBA as some type of alt-right or right-wing, that's coming from a Democratic shield. That's coming from the DNC, who utilizes a lot of tethers. Just keep that in mind.
Identity is wrapped into who your ancestors used to be, but not who you are. What do you have? What do you own? Please point me to the nearest FBA or ADOS hospice. Please point me to the nearest ADOS or FBA chain of grocery stores. Don't have that, huh? Are you housing our folk? Do y'all have ADOS, FBA farmland, condominium, apartment complex, a tent, something? Your divisiveness is your short-sightedness, because this black American understands that Pan-Africanism is what's going to get us liberated and free. Knowing
Keep in mind, first off, notice she's calling herself a black American. Notice that, y'all. Ever since we made our lineage pop, and anybody tells y'all we not effective, anybody tells y'all nobody cares, these people used to brag about not being American, not being from America. They used to brag about their country of origin and their actual lineage. Now everybody and their mama sitting up there, all of these tethers sitting up there claiming to be first generation African American and Black American. Now they're using that. Well, no, this Black American man, no, you are not from here. Your lineage is not from here. You need to claim your country of origin, your actual lineage. Notice how they're doing that. And this is why I told you guys, be careful when they say African Americans are returning to Africa. Well, yeah, because y'all calling every Tom, Dick, and Harry an African American now. So now if Akon goes to Africa, you guys are saying that's an African American returning to Africa. Because y'all literally calling everybody and their mama an African American or a Black American at this point. Now she's talking about how Pan-Africanism is the way to us. We're the only people who get pushed this Pan-Africanist stuff. She's saying that to us. She won't say that to them. Oh, what do y'all own? What do y'all own? Please don't do that. Don't do that. Because if we say that about the Caribbean, what do the Caribbeans own? Then all of a sudden, here comes 1,000,001 excuses about how it's the government and corruption. As if we can't use that same excuse. We don't get that pass. They get that pass. Africa gets that pass, but we don't get that pass. We had hospitals in towns, in neighborhoods, in stores. That stuff got blown up. Okay? Literally. But like bombs, just blown up. Okay? While y'all talking about, what do y'all have? What do y'all have? And we still have, here's the crazy part. We still have more than you. We literally had people drop bombs. The government dropped bombs on us and flood our towns, and we still got more than you. Ain't that sad?
That Malcolm X had Caribbean root. Marcus Garvey had immigrant root.
Malcolm X was FBA. Notice they keep doing that too. There's this thing because they really don't have people like that to really claim. So they keep trying to. Malcolm X had Caribbean roots. Oh, what was his other roots? Y'all keep trying to tell this half-ass story about Malcolm X like he was born and raised in the Caribbean. Malcolm X was not born and raised in the Caribbean. His mother didn't even raise him until adulthood. He said that himself. Malcolm X was a foundational Black American. And guess what else? Malcolm X also said that we're indigenous. Since y'all want to bring Malcolm X up, since Malcolm X said, y'all want to, well, Malcolm X, Malcolm, okay. Well, you guys say every time we say something about being indigenous or whatever the case is, you guys said that that's a lie. Okay, and Malcolm X has also delineated as well too. Malcolm X understood that there was a difference between Black Americans in the Caribbean and other Black people. Okay, hold on, let's play a clip. If you want to bring up Malcolm X, let's do that. That's fine. That's okay. Let me remind you that Malcolm X understood the assignment. Malcolm X was not confused about the system of white supremacy, unlike y'all. Listen to this.
Right there, I would not limit our employment demands to Negroes. I would include Puerto Ricans and other minorities throughout our country, which have been similarly discriminated against, though not for so long a period of time as Negroes.
Puerto Ricans weren't enslaved. Yeah, this is a problem that stems from slavery. And this compensation, yes, so this compensation is coming to people who were enslaved by the white man for 400 years. The Puerto Ricans don't even fit into this picture.
Well, they do fit into it.
No,
they do fit into it.
The problem is the Negro problem. They're not lynching Puerto Ricans.
If a dark-skinned Puerto Rican went down to Mississippi, he probably would be lynched too.
Spanish, he wouldn't be lynched.
No, they don't.
It's the Negro here, and as long as he can speak Spanish or some other language, or if he ties his head up with a turban or something, he can go anywhere in Mississippi or in your home that he desires.
You're not aware of the fact, are you, that African students have been arrested in our demonstrations in the South?
When they
speak French.
When they have been mistaken for the so-called Negro in America, they've been arrested.
Okay. So, yeah, Malcolm X understood. He was all like, yeah, it's about us, the so-called Negro. We're not all the same. Malcolm X understood that, yeah, we are not all the same. That other dude was sitting up there trying to make it seem like every quote-unquote person of color was the same. And Malcolm is sitting up there correcting him. He's like, no, it's not. This is about lineage. Now, he didn't say that, but that's exactly what he said meant. This is about lineage here. And our lineage stemming from being descendants of slaves. So while y'all want to talk about Malcolm X and all that stuff, even when he was a Pan-Africanist, and I think even though he believed in the unification of all black people around the world, he understood that we're not all the same. He understood that you guys are trying to make it seem like we don't have any roots here. Malcolm X understood that lineage is very important, as you guys are trying to dismiss that fact. But let's get back to it.
W.E.B. Du Bois was buried in Ghana. And whether from Kwame Ture to Assata Shakur, the black radical tradition always stood behind the black diaspora as a whole. And that red and black flag that...
No, first, when Malcolm, you brought up Malcolm, when Malcolm went to Africa and was trying to link up with them and ally themselves with them, they told Malcolm that was his problem. Yeah, we didn't forget that. There's been multiple FBA brothers and sisters going to Africa trying to create some type of Pan-African link, okay, an olive branch. And they was all like, nah, our problems is our problem and your problem is your problem. That's what we're going to do. We're not going to sit up there and make it seem like y'all have been sending soldiers our way. There's been a few, and we will give respect to the riders. We will give respect to the people who've come over here, but let's not make it seem like this has been some big unification. They keep trying to disingenuously mistell the story. This is misinformation. Because, yeah, you can name a few. You can name more than a few. We've been fighting white supremacy for a very long time, for hundreds of years. You can name more than a few, but you're not going to sit up there and act like they represent the collective, because the collective is not on that page. They weren't on that page then, and they're not on that page now, not in Africa or in America.
A lot of y'all like to wear in your profile, not you, because you're probably a bot. Migrate.
And that's another thing. We're bots. We can have rallies, multiple rallies, expos, conferences. Thousands of people show up. We movie premieres, hundreds of people show up, and we're all robots. Let them tell it. Even though they're DNC shills, but we're robots. Even if we'll show up in person, but we're robots. Okay.
Uncle Robert Bobby Stewart from Elizabeth, New Jersey, made the prototype for that. Genealogy, if you're in an FBA or ADOS.
Okay, genealogy. They're mad. They are upset. These Pan-Africanists they're triggered. They're upset. They're upset. Now, speaking of Pan-Africanists, you guys know last week I debunked a Pan-Africanist, okay? Goes by the name of Afro Think Tank. We're going to do a little reminder, okay? And he was doing the whole thing about reparations. We're going to have to play that just to give you guys a refresher. Remember this?
There is only one way to get reparations. And I'm going to explain to you in the simplest form possible how to do it. Now, if we don't do it, we will not get reparations. And it's just that simple. Because you see, all of your groups that you have associated yourself with, like FBA and ADOS, you see, they say they want reparations, but all the actions that they have taken to this point have been anti-reparations, whether you know it or not. Keep in mind, we are playing chess, not checkers, all right? They have been playing checkers, barely. Pan-Africans have been playing chess, along with Monopoly, because it's going to take chess and Monopoly for us to do this. And there's literally only one way to do it, and it's going to take resolve. It's going to take discipline. It's going to take an open mind, and it's going to take tolerance and maturity to do this. But we can do it because African Americans have displayed the capability of doing these things in the past. But we have to do it on a grander scale. Okay? So, first things first, you cannot be xenophobic because we're going to need allies in order to do this.
Okay. I remember that. And I just find it so interesting that they call us xenophobic. Okay, I just find that so interesting because I be seeing clips and I keep playing this. I literally keep playing this. Remember this lady? Hold on, let me get this off the screen. I got too many clips pulled up. Let me get this off the screen because Africans do not appreciate or tolerate other people coming into their land at all.
Belongs to South African. I hate foreigner. I hate Krikamba. I hate Kwara. I hate Zai. I don't like foreigner.
Okay, she don't like foreigner. She don't like foreigner. She says she's xenophobic,
Foreigner
right?
must go to their country. I hate foreigners. I am xenophobic.
Okay, all right. Also, there's a protest going on in Ghana because Ghanaians are protesting to get Nigerians up out of Ghana. Okay, I'm gonna play the small little clip right here. This is a protest going on in Ghana, okay, where you have a whole bunch of Ghanaians protesting because Nigerians are flooding the gate and flooding the zone, and they want Nigerians up out of Ghana. Okay, all right, just keep that in mind. This is also going on in South Africa too. So whether it's South Africa, this is going on all over Africa right now. But he's going to sit up there and say that if we say that we don't want unchecked, unregulated mass immigration, that we're the ones who's xenophobic. So let's let him go back to saying that we got to stop being xenophobic. He's not going to tell Africans they need to stop being xenophobic because, you know, Pan-Africanism is a religion and they don't do no wrong because they are literally angels. Okay. Even though they don't like each other, and they're all African and on the same landmass, and they don't like each other bum rushing their country. They're protesting against it. All right. But we're the ones who need to stop being xenophobic. All right. Okay.
Period. And the only allies we have access to are Africans and Caribbeans.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because they're our brothers and sisters. Okay. So the xenophobic rhetoric, the hateful rhetoric, the diaspora wars is counterintuitive for African Americans to get our reparations for us specifically. Okay? And if you're truly about getting reparations, listen to my plan. And you take my plan and what I'm talking about, compare it to Yvette Carnell's plan, compare it to Tariq Nasheed's plan, and you see which one of us has the better plan.
Now I'm gonna move past this a little bit because I already kind of addressed this on another live stream.
Constituents, the racist white people who are jealous of everything that we do.
Because he's saying that we all need to vote, and I just debunked that. I said that didn't make no sense. That's not gonna work, whatever. So he saw that, and he saw all of the flack that we're giving him, and he got upset with that. So this is what he had to say.
What's going on, everybody? This is Afro Think Tank. Okay, so we seem to be in a political acrimonious altercation with the leaders of FBA, all right? And the two main leaders, right? There are two guys that I consider the leaders of FBA. Out of all the people who call themselves FBA, right? Now, Tariq Nasheed is the actual leader because all rights reserved. He literally owns it. So he can sell his shirts and T-shirts and hats and stuff like that, right? But there are two people who take FBA very seriously, right? Very, very seriously. They are the creme de la creme of FBA. They are the elite. They are the elite of FBA. They are the alphas of FBA, all right? Like, no bullshit, right? So you got Black Alpha Network, right? And then you got Afro Elite, which is the name is Afro Elite. It's like, you probably should change your name to FBA Elite, but whatever. You know, that's his name. He's sticking with it, right? Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him a fair shake. Now, Afro Elite, you know, he said I'm long-winded.
Okay. The whole thing of now, at first they used to say Tariq was the leader, as if this was a group. Now they're saying that me and Black Alpha are the leaders. So now it's just a whole. This is a army, and then you got the general, and then the commanders, and all of this stuff. Listen, I'm not no leader of FBA. FBA is a lineage. I've never claimed to be no leader. I'm not a commander. I'm not a general. I'm not a captain. I'm not that. Okay. I am not any more FBA than y'all. We are all FBA. Okay. That's because it's a lineage. I can't be more of the lineage than you guys because we're all of the lineage. Okay. We're of the lineage. All right. Black Alpha has never claimed to be a leader, okay, or no commander or no general or no nothing either, all right? So no, we have never claimed, neither has Tariq. We have never claimed to be no leader. We've never claimed to be no captain and commander so now he's literally trying to force us to be the leader, okay? That's what he's trying to do.
I'm like, bro, you're long-winded. Okay.
Now he said I'm long-winded. And I think he felt some type of way about that personally. Now, I can be long-winded, but at least I'll like be long-winded and you know what I'm saying. I got to the point. I might like stretch the point out just so you guys can really understand it, give different analogies and stuff. But you know where the point is. He has a thing. It's this very long build up. That's why I said he's long-winded. Okay. No offense. I mean, it is what it is.
Both long-winded, right? But you see, I'm long-winded with substance. Okay. And the other guy, Alpha Network, he's like the hype man. He's like a hype man of FBA. Like he got a lot of energy. Right. So I do talk trash, right? It's part of the game, right? You got to be entertaining, talk a little trash. But these guys have fundamental different ideas of how things are supposed to go, especially Afro Elite. Afro Elite has, Afro Elite's all right, man. Like, no, but we just have fundamental differences, agreements, right? I may take shots at him, but, you know, because he's FBA. Obviously, I'm going to do that, right? Like, if I was playing spades, I'd be talking worse shit. Like, for real. Y'all, if anybody's feelings get hurt by the shit I say, you don't want to play any games with me at all, because y'all going to cry. We're going to fight, all right? Because I'm talking big shit. All right, that's what we do, all right? But anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give them a fair shake. And you see, they have critiqued me as of late, so I'm going to put their critiques. Now, Black Alpha Network is going to be a much shorter, because like I said, he's the hype man. You know, hype man, they only come in and out. Both these guys do long they do, how you going to call me long-winded when y'all do 2, 3, 4 hour live streams talking about your goddamn self? All right, come on now. But anyway.
Okay. Fair point. I think he felt some type of way that I said he was long-winded. That's no offense, man. I didn't mean for it to be an insult. You are long-winded. I'm long-winded too. But the difference is that I've actually gotten to the point. That's the thing, is no long build-up. Okay. I've actually gotten to the point. I'm stretching the point. I stretched the point, but I've gotten to it. And here's the thing as well too. We do live streams, and in those live streams, we have multiple different videos. So a 12-minute video, we'll take it and then break it up and then stop and pause. You guys see me do this right now, literally right now, as you guys are watching right now, where the video is only like 10 minutes, and I've taken it, and then every 2 minutes or something, I'll pause it, I'll interject, I'll give a comment, I'll fact check it, and then go back to playing it. And then if misinformation comes up again, I'll fact check it again. So a 10-minute video, depending on how much commentary I give it and how much fact checking I have to do, a 10-minute video can literally be stretched to about a good 25 minutes because of me fact checking and correcting all of the information. So if you have 4 or 5 videos that you got to debunk and you got to correct, yeah, that's going to really stretch out. All right. Now, he doesn't do live streams from what I'm aware of. He doesn't do live streams. So he just kind of gives his commentary. So yeah, it's not me being long-winded. I'm literally fact-checking the video as we're watching live. I'm not just playing the video, then commenting on it. I'm stopping the video so people don't get lost. All right. So it's fresh in your mind. I'm commenting on the video, which is what I'm doing right now, actually. But okay.
They had critiques about me and my ideas and my thoughts, right? And so I'm going to put it here for you guys to watch and judge yourself. I'm not going to talk any trash, right? I'm going to allow you to listen. This is the criminal. This is who, if you're a Pan-African, right? If you're pro-black and you believe in black unity globally, you think about the big picture, right? And you thinking about the big game, the big chessboard, the whole globe as your battlefield, right? And that's the Pan-African way, right? If you're thinking like that, I want you to sit here and critique these guys because these are FBA. They more on the native tribalistic way of thinking. They just concentrate on African Americans, period. They don't seem to care too much about anybody else, and they believe wholeheartedly that they can do it on their own, right? But I like the preference. FBA, despite what it is that they say it is, FBA is Tariq Nasheed's group. FBA.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No matter how much they keep saying it, it's not. Because you have some people who are against FBA who are FBA. It's not a group. It's a lineage. It's no you have to be this way, you have to think this way. You got people who are very much so Democrat shills, delusional Pan-Africanists. Okay, you have people who are Republican shills. You got people who don't like black people who are FBA. Okay, we was just talking about Jesse Lee Peterson the other day. You got Al Sharptons, Jesse Jacksons. You got people who are anti-FBA who are FBA because it's a lineage of people. Okay, it's not a group. No matter how many times they keep saying that. And that's what's that other dude, Conscious Lee. Remember Lee? He was like, am I FBA? And the brother was like, yeah, you are. Even though you talking a whole bunch of BS, you still FBA. Because no matter what you think, if you have a tie to the lineage, that's still a tie. We can't remove that from you. So it's not a group.
FBA was invented by Tariq Nasheed. Everybody who is FBA were inspired by Tariq Nasheed, or they heard some person, or they were inspired by these two individuals who they find inspiration from. Okay, and they have a pretty decent following, right? So I'm going to take them slightly serious, right? I think they have worked their way to the point to where they should be taken seriously. I'll give them that much, right? They congratulations to Alpha Network. He just hit 30,000 subscribers, right? Afro Elite, I think he had several pages. He's pretty up there too, right? But those two,
I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place. I'm all over the internet. I'm literally,
like I said, they are. This is FBA leadership. These are the generals. All right. These are the ones who inspire the rest of the FBA. So anybody that come in your comment section is FBA, I guarantee they're subscribed to both these individuals. All right. So let's listen to them. Afro Elite's going to be a little more long-winded because he's talking about my plan for reparations. And now, if you want to see my plan for reparations, because the thing is, when you critique me, because I am long-winded, because I'm like an 8-course meal, right? I don't rush information. I lay my information down in layers, right? For those who have attention spans, because you can't just, everything's not. I don't have processed information. I'm not like McDonald's, right? You're not gonna get processed food from me. You're gonna get an 8-course meal built from, made from scratch when you listening to me, and that's why I can't do stuff like TikTok's not my thing, because it's for short attention span people, right? The people over here in my orbit, we read books, we listen to long documentaries, we take the time to digest information in order to digest it and get all the nutrients necessary, right, to empower ourselves. All right. But without further ado, right, let's listen to both of these leaders of FBA, right, who have a problem with my way of thinking and a problem with Pan-Africanism in general. Let's see what they got to say.
Okay. Then he just plays our videos and he gives no commentary. I actually played his video and I gave commentary debunking why his quote unquote plan for reparations will never work. It's nonsensical. It would actually sabotage any and all progress that we've made so far for reparations. I did that. He hasn't responded to what I've said. He just played the clip of me saying it, and then he's going to like all of the comments that say, well, FBA is a group. That don't make no sense. They can't, if you want Afro, here's the thing. One Afro to another. Afro think tank, Afro elite to Afro think tank. I know you listening. I know you watching. Clearly you do. Okay. And you must watch the my other channel for the culture. Okay. Clearly, one Afro to another. If you disagree, I want you to respond to what I said. Okay. I want you to say what I said was wrong. I want you to stop what I said and give commentary onto what I said being incorrect. Don't just say, because all of this, he's the leader, he's the general. It's a Tariq Nasheed fan club, and they all want to be like Tariq. And all of this stuff is a deflection because you can't retort and respond. I took your video, broke it down, and pointed out several flaws in your plan because you recognize that, damn, he did point out all of the flaws in my plan. So now I'm just going to say, well, he's a general. And you know it's a group, and he's the leader of the group. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Since you bought it up, stand on it. Stand on your plan. Stand on it. Respond to it. Do you want to debate? If that's what you want, you want to have the Afro debate. If you Afro elite versus Afro think tank, you want to do that? We can do that. We can debate Pan-Africanism, reparations, immigration. Come on. If you want to do that, Afro to Afro, if we go in there. Since you don't like me saying Afro, all right, if we go in there with it, we can do that. But don't just sit up there and because this is cowardly and this is unproductive. And I want you to understand this is what Pan-Africanists do, because when you literally point out the flaws, everything I'm saying is aging like fine wine. It's aging like fine wine. Everything I'm saying about how Pan-Africanists think that they're some type of religion. And you got a whole bunch of low self-esteem Pan-Africanists, and then you have the quote-unquote Pan-Africanists from the diaspora who are nothing more than just exploiters who just exploit us. Pan-Africanists are made of two different types of people. People with low ethnic self-esteem, and then people who exploit FBA. That is Pan-Africanism. That is modern Pan-Africanism. People who don't know anything about their actual lineage, and then people who want to exploit and tether off of FBA. This is Pan-Africanism. That's what Pan-Africanism is today. Okay? And everything I'm saying, I literally have clips of that. Talk about we can't be xenophobic. We can't be xenophobic. These are some of the most anti-FBA people, period. There's no aligning ourselves with them because they don't want to be aligned. And we're not going to sit up there and force them to. We're not going to do that. There's no alignment going on in Africa, but they going to come over here and then just magically get aligned and be aligned? Man, no. Look at some of the stuff they be saying about us. Hold on. Look at this. Hold on. Let me pull this clip up real quick. Look at this.
Thing that I'm so proud of is the fact that as Black Africans, we're starting to realize that we don't have to look up to Black Americans. We don't. Black Americans have never influenced any sort of good on us, bro. It's always been shaking bombs, gangs, and all this type of weird things, dog. Like, it's always been that. Never a good thing. Finally, as Black Africans, we're starting to realize our worth. Like, honestly speaking, bro, they have to look up to us, not the other way around.
They have to look up to us. We have never done anything wrong. They are so bad and violent. You want to talk about some gangs? Are you serious? And y'all got armies fighting in the same nation? We don't have a Black American army. They be sitting up there. What about the Bloods and the Crips? What about them? And they be fighting each other. No, y'all got wars. Okay? Y'all literally got wars. Somebody, it's unfortunate. You might have somebody who gets shot. Y'all be walking around, I can't show you on YouTube. Y'all literally be walking around with decapitated heads in Africa, and we see this stuff. It's not 1 or 2 videos either. Y'all literally be walking around with heads decapitated in your hand, talking about how we set a bad example for y'all. Are you serious? And this dude live in probably LA or Atlanta, talking about how they're looking up to us as he's in America seeking refuge with a Nike shirt on. Keep that in mind. He not wearing no dashiki, okay? They look up to us. What have they done to inspire us? And what's funny, listen to him talk
that
again.
I'm so proud of is the fact that as black Africans, we're starting to realize that we don't have to look up to black Americans. We don't. Black Americans have never influenced any sort of good on us, bro. It's
Where did you get the term bro from? Since we don't inspire anybody, notice we don't inspire anybody, but everybody's sitting up there coming over here dressing like us, talking like us, looking like us, walking like us, acting like us, literally cosplaying the whole way. Okay? I'm talking about from the head to the toes, from their haircuts to the damn shoes they decide to put. They ain't coming over here wearing those dusty mismatch sandals and flip-flops. They wearing Jordans, Timbs, all of the stuff that we be wearing, Adidas, all of the stuff that we be wearing, talking about they look up to us, bro. Do you feel what I'm saying, dog? Like, what's up with them? They be tripping. What? We tripping and you talking like us, and the Nike was like, yeah, yo, y'all don't talk like that at home. Stop lying. You want to be so like us. This damn destiny swapping is too damn deep. You are nothing like if you went back home, they would say you're Americanized. You are not acting like how you would act if you're back in your homeland. You're not. And I want you guys to understand something too. He looks like a young man. He's young. So all of you got to understand that sometimes they be watching a bad movie and they believe in the stereotypes. No, not him. All of the people who be going off on Twitter, all of the people who be saying weird stuff, and they are young. The people you be seeing us argue with when we be on the horticulture thing, they're young. A lot of them. And a lot of the most disrespectful ones are the youngest ones. Okay? So this is something that gets passed down. Why you talking like us, bro? You feel me, dog? Or am I tripping? But we got to stop being xenophobic. Because we need him to help us get reparations. Because without him, we're not getting reparations, and we got to stop being xenophobic. Okay, we just got to accept the fact that we're Akatas, and we got to just follow their lead to reparations, even though they're not even in their homeland trying to get reparations. But we got to follow their lead. Okay, so we got to teach them how to dress, how to talk, how to walk, and then follow their lead into Okay, I get it now. Okay. So after they assimilate and become exactly like us, then we got to stand behind them and then watch them lead us to the promise. Okay, I understand now. I get it. It was a little confusing because everything they do is like us. They're literally copying us from head to toe, from the haircuts down to the shoes. But so after they're done completely copying us and they're an identical match, then we got to follow them to the okay, because that's just making a lot of sense to me. Okay, all right. Boy, the destiny swap is real with these tethers, man. Speaking of tethers, y'all know it's August. And y'all know Black Americans standing on business. And you have some tethers sitting up there bragging because they thinking they doing something. They really do thinking they doing something. And okay, they out here bragging. Look at this.
It was all bark and no bite because yesterday was August the 1st and I heard of no updates whatsoever. I really thought y'all was gonna stand on business.
Okay, hold on. Listen to it again.
I knew it was all bark and no bite because yesterday was August the 1st and I heard of no updates whatsoever. I really thought y'all was gonna stand on business.
You really thought we was gonna stand on business? Let me tell you something, genius. What update do you think you're going to hear after one day? What update do you think you're gonna hear after one day of a boycott? Y'all thought that the businesses were gonna crumble. We're not out here burning businesses. We're talking about a boycott. Oh, yesterday was August the 1st. Ha, we won. What? Okay. All right. It's a little early to do a victory lap. It's a little bit early to do a victory lap. And let me tell y'all something. What I'm starting to see is a whole lot of horror stories coming up from these African braiding shops. I'm starting to see a lot of these sisters putting up a whole bunch of videos of African braiding shops, like damn near horror stories. All right. So with these videos, and these got thousands, hundreds of thousands of likes and views and stuff like that. Y'all thinking y'all braiding shops are gonna last? If I'm seeing video after video after video, and let me show y'all what's going on in these African braiding shops.
She put her hands on you. She didn't put her hands on you. So I'm she did. She snatched the hair out my hand. She didn't put her hands on you. That's touching me. That's a soap. I paid her $50. I paid her $50. What you talking about? Why are you cussing? Because you are a young girl. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I do. Please touch me. So I can. Just go, bro. Go. No, I'm not going. I'm not going. You're disrespectful. That's how your mama raised you. Give me my hair. Please, let her. Please. He's doing too much. Y'all need to take care of that baby. You ain't crazy, baby. You ain't sick crazy. You think you crazy? Baby, you ain't. Hey, I got too much to lose. You must ain't got nothing to lose. You needed that bad. You needed that bad. Give me my hair. Give me my hair. People do that y'all ain't trying to pay them for what? You owe. What? If you so-called out of God, do what God wants you to do and pay the money and get the fuck out. And get you need God pressing like that in front of your mother. No. This shit her
Okay, all right. Yeah, this clip is making the rounds all over TikTok. Yeah, with stuff like this going on, this is really bad PR for the damn African braiding shops. Y'all making it seem like y'all straight. I don't know about that. You sitting up there screaming at your client. Your client isn't even yelling as loud as you, and she's an older woman. You're a young woman, and you sitting up there screaming, yelling. She just talked about giving her hair or money back or whatever the case is. I'm seeing a few videos, quite a few videos looking like this. Hold on, look at this. Oh, I gotta take this video off. Let me pull this video up real quick. Let me show y'all. I'm talking about this. It's acting like a damn horror story in these African braiding shops.
Came to this braiding store in Newark. What is it called? DD Braiding Salon, whatever the fuck it's called. And then you got this bitch, right? She did my hair, right? She did my hair. And the boho is sticking up. They sticking up. So what she did was she cut it out. So I'm telling her, bro, fuck all that. Just give me a refund. Take the whole hair out and give me a refund. She don't want to do it. I already told her not to cut it out. She already, Didi, listen, I already been here since 3 o'clock. Just give me my money so I can leave. I'm gonna go somewhere else, bro. That's why I should have just from the jump. Just take it out. I don't want it. Didi. I do not want it. Like, take the hair out. Like, I look real life crazy. Like, take it out. Like, I don't want it. The fact that she cut my hair out and then threw it on the floor and talking about, oh, it's done. Like, it's not done, bro. Just take it out. I just want my money back. I don't want to talk. I don't want to do nothing before I turn this shit the fuck up. Just give me my money back. Just give me my money. I don't care.
Okay, I'm saying these are the people, and okay. Let's see how long y'all businesses start lasting when these videos. Now, I want you to keep in mind these videos got tens of thousands, some got hundreds of thousands of views. It's circulating all over the internet right now. Okay, these videos are doing the rounds all over the internet. So yeah, we don't got to do too much. The boycott is happening automatically because with stuff like this going on and the disrespect that people are seeing in real life, this is not no FBA being xenophobic or jealous. This is real life horrific experiences at these braiding shops. I don't think too many people are going to keep coming back. Look at this.
Then no, I definitely got the money.
So you paid, then we finished.
No, that's not. Is that your policy? Okay. Here goes. Come with me to get my hair braided at this new braiding shop because they played with me last time. We're going to a new place today. Let's check it out. It's going to be very difficult for me to put everything that happened into one video. So if y'all want a part 2, then just let me know. But I went to Massa's Hair Braiding in Dallas, Texas because I did my own little research and my mom had actually been coming here for 5 years. But of course she didn't know that. So I decided to give them a try. There was cameras everywhere. And so I was already kind of concerned because of the environment was just not the safest. But this was my first time getting boho knotless braids and they did pretty good work from what I saw on, the internet. So anyways, when I got there, I had told her that I wanted waist length. I guess that's what she said. I told her, but the whole time we were texting, I told her that I wanted this size. I never told her the length, but I also let her know that I wanted to pay $300. So when it was time for me to pay, she said, "What is this, a deposit?" And I'm like, huh? I immediately was taken aback and I told her, like, hold on, you're not going to talk to me that way. Like I told her, like, you need to pipe down is what I told her because you're not going to talk to me this way. So right here is me just kind of recording my process. I really did not know that it was going to go south, but she was so hostile. Her client became hostile. It was so terrible. My mom and my sister had to come because I felt so threatened by this lady and she kept her door locked. My husband wasn't with me. He was home with our children. So this was just a very scary process. And I think I'm not on here to bash her company. I mean, I really did not like to name drop, but the way that they made me feel was absolutely terrible. I think they did a great job with the hair, but the service was terrible. And I don't think anyone should ever feel that way. I did ask if she could fix my edges, but then she said she had my full name. So I said, let me stop.
Okay. Do y'all think we got to do too much more of that? This is, like I'm telling you, this is turning out to be the worst thing that they've ever seen. This is turning out to be one of the worst things that they have ever seen. These are this is worse than it was a couple weeks ago. These are actual women who are in braiding shops and they got video of damn near a fight breaking out. Multiple videos of, and some of the stuff I can't play because I can't show, actual violence and stuff. But some of the stuff, there was actually some tussling and fighting going on in these braiding shops. Now I can't show that, but I'm sure you guys have seen it. And if you guys haven't seen it, you guys can go look that up. All right. So no, there's actual stuff, like real stuff going on. I don't really got to do too much more. Okay. Yo, terrible customer service stemming from your jealousy and envy of FBA. Okay. Stemming from that and your terrible customer service and the way y'all interact, your lack of camaraderie and customer service and professionalism is destroying your own business. All the FBA sisters got to do is go there and press the record button. You think any of these women are going to go back? You think if they hear about an African boycott of the braiding shops, they're going to be like, oh, I don't know what you mean. I have a great experience, a great time there. Y'all literally damaging your own selves. We don't got to do nothing. She was like, haha, it's August 1st. I thought y'all standing on business. Oh, Lord, you are way behind. You way behind. Okay? Because this just goes to show we're not making nothing up. We're not doing this out of jealousy. You guys are very disrespectful because there's no way we could go to Africa and set up a braiding shop or a hair salon or any type of business and have as horrendous of customer service as you guys have in America. There was no way possible. You guys wouldn't even allow it. In Ghana, y'all don't even want Nigerians over there. Neither does South Africans. Y'all don't even want other Africans coming into your nation. So you damn sure wouldn't want us going over there. Okay. Going over, sorry, I was looking at the chat room. Going over there and being disrespectful to y'all or your elders and threatening people, and now you got to call and get your sister and your mama to pull up because you feel unsafe. They locking you in the store. Like, oh damn. Yeah, let us go over there and do that while the Pan-Africanists are saying that we're of the devil and we're xenophobic and we're some alt-right Republicans. Let them say that. Okay? And then charging you ridiculous prices. She said she paid $300. Is that the deposit? How much is she supposed to pay for some hair? Y'all want us to pay your mortgage for a head, for a braid? Like, damn. Y'all out here just getting high off the hog off these braiding shops. Y'all charging crazy numbers. All right? While they want to talk about how much cheaper and more convenient they are. I don't know about all that. Y'all be price gouging like a mug. All right, okay. Let me get to some of these super chats. I haven't seen them, acknowledge them. Dakota Jenkins says Belgium used to be the Dahomey. Dahomey was an all-star team selling us off during the transatlantic slave trade. Why give citizenship now? I mean, we talking about reparations. Ciara, since you a part of the community now, since you want to be in Belgium, you want to be a Belize citizen and all that stuff, why don't you be the ambassador and get us some reparations from them? How about that? See, I ain't gonna get mad if you doing that. Since you a citizen, they should be giving you extra reparations. How about you advocate for us to get some reparations for their participation in the slave trade? How about you do that, Ciara? We'll give you a pass. We'll give you a pass if you on that. If you on that type of time, I'll give you a pass. Come on, 1-2 step us to reparations. How about that? All right. Hey, Mike says, why not tell Afro Latinos and Caribbeans to actually come home instead? That's true. It's always us. We the only people who got to come home and reconnect to our roots. Okay. The majority of kidnapped Africans were sent to those areas during slavery. That's true. But they don't acknowledge that. It's only us that need to, I guess, reclaim home. Okay. Maxine sends a super sticker. Bruce sends a super sticker. Sister Nisi says, Afro, you better not change. We love. That's as you are, young FBA warrior. I won't. I'm definitely not. You guys have known me for too long. Y'all know me for way too long. Y'all already know I ain't switching up on y'all. Master H says, when is the Pan-African dude moving to Africa? He ain't gonna move to Africa. None of them do. They don't like Africa. They don't want to go back. They just want to worship it from another continent. As weird as that is. Okay. They don't want to go back. The only dude over there is the dude with passport, bro, and he's been kicked out of so many damn countries. Hurricane says, you don't need to be a leader to be inspiration. Yeah, that's true. Afro leader is an inspiration, point blank, period. Thank you very much, brother. That means a lot to me. That means a lot. I'm not no leader, no general, no commander, no chief, no nothing. Okay? I'm a foundational Black American, all right? Just like every single last one of y'all. Okay? To the FBA brothers and sisters, I'm a part of the lineage. It's a lineage. And they wouldn't call African American a leader. They don't call Jesse Jackson a leader of African American, but they'll call Tariq that, So, okay. Yeah, because he coined it, even though he said he got the inspiration from Dr. Claude Anderson. That was the idea behind really distinguishing our lineage came from him. Okay. Bruce says, B1, B1, be well and be safe. Thank you, brother. Thank you. And then he says again, those places look pretty empty. They do. They look pretty empty. All right, they ain't really popping like that. It says, should have alternated to code and walked out. Yeah, that's true. She was literally eating in the chair. A lot of, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of them do that, and that's gonna stop soon. I can guarantee you that's gonna stop soon. You thinking we seeing these videos and you thinking a boycott that's already in the back of a lot of their minds ain't gonna pop off? I guarantee you this stuff gonna stop. They're destroying themselves. Everything we said, they just been doing. When we gave them the shovel and they just been digging by themselves. We ain't even digging. They digging their own grave. Okay, all right. I guess y'all don't really want business like that. Okay, Chosen says, why don't they harass Brazil for unity? They don't. And Brazil got a huge Afro-Brazilian population, and they don't go to Brazil talking about they need to reclaim Africa and abandon their claim to Brazil. They don't do that. They don't do that. Okay. He says, Chosen says that Africa is desperate to get us off of this land. They are. They're trying to destiny swap. Shout out to also the Cash Apps from Latribia. I appreciate that. There was another one. I'm going to have to get to that in a little bit. Yeah, all of that stuff. I'm telling you, the time for the tethers is not good. Okay. They got messages out here. Look at this. Okay. This is an official page from the U.S. mission of Nigeria. Using your visa to travel for the primary purpose of giving birth in the United States so your child will have U.S. citizenship is not permitted. They cutting them anchor babies off. That stuff is coming off, okay? All right, all of that anchor baby, you coming over here and you having a baby, and that's a damn anchor baby. That stuff is coming off. They not doing that no more. Okay, they're saying the consular officers will deny your visa application if they have reason to believe this is your intent. So if you coming over here and you 8 months pregnant and you thinking that I can just hide out and have a baby, they gonna cut that visa off. They are not playing. All of this anchor baby tethering stuff, that's a wrap. It's a wrap for them. That's a damn wrap. It's over with. That's over with. All of that stuff is over with. Some people calling it tethergotten. It's over with for them. And look, and we couldn't go over there and do that. Now, here's what's interesting. Because we standing on business so much. Remember what I told you guys the other day when I had the call-in thing. That even though they do have tethers, right? I want y'all to notice. Just notice this, right? A lot of the Caribbeans tend to, when we talk about non-FBA allies, if you guys think about the non-FBA allies, and we do have some, we're not going to act like we don't. We do have some, and much respect to them. But most of the non-FBA allies tend to come from the Caribbean. If you notice that, which is odd because Africa has a bigger population, but most of the non-FBA allies who really put some points on the board tend to come from the Caribbean. Not nearly as many as they should, but they tend to come from the Caribbean. So I said this before. I said the Caribbeans are going to start flipping on the Africans. I said the Caribbeans are going to be the first people to be like, hey, we ain't even trying to go there. Okay. I remember I said that. Remember I said that the Caribbeans are going to say they're going to get their act together a lot quicker than the Africans. The Africans are very stubborn and prideful. The Caribbeans are going to get their act together a lot faster than the Caribbeans. And I saw this space. I took a screenshot of this. Look at this, okay? Look at what they're saying. They saying, I can't imagine Black Americans boycotting Jamaican restaurants anytime soon. We respect Black Americans. Oh, with the Nigerian flag. Okay. Which group listed below isn't taking accountability in this African boycott? Africans, Caribbean people, or Black Americans? Oh, you see that we respect Black Americans at the Caribbean restaurant, at the Jamaican restaurant. Hold on, we ain't the bad guys. I swear to God, I said this last week. I said it last week. I said the Caribbeans are gonna fold quick. The Caribbeans are gonna get it. They're gonna be all like, yeah, you know, we don't really know. They gonna come over like, brother, you know, me and you. We like this. Don't know. Me and you are taking. They're gonna be the ones talking about the ship just dropped us off at a different place. I'm not, and I said that in less than a week. Now you got the Caribbeans being all like, man, it's the Africans that's tripping. They trip on me too. Me and you are together. I said that literally a week ago, and now you got Caribbeans talking about, hold on, it's not us. It's not us. Come on. Come back to the Jamaican restaurants. It's really the Africans that's been tripping. It's the Africans. Now look, they're gonna be a bumpercut. I'm boycotting the African braiding shops with y'all. Let's go back to the restaurant and get some oxtails and some jerk chicken. I got some jerk chicken for you. You want some cabbage, some jerk chicken? You know what I'm saying? My macaroni ain't as good as yours, but come on, I can get you some macaroni and some oxtails. Now they sitting up there offering the oxtails. You see how that work? You see, I said it last week. Now you got Jamaicans being all like, hey, Jamaicans and Black Americans, we fighting together. That now you seeing that. Now you see it. I said the Caribbeans are going to fold way fast. The Africans are still the ones sitting up there like, I thought y'all was standing on business. I thought y'all was standing on business. The Caribbeans are like, hey, you want some jerk chicken? I know you like some. I got some jerk chicken. I got a beef patty. You want a jerk chicken, some beef patty? I got some oxtails in the oven. They're heating up right now. You want some oxtails, some cat? Just let me know. Let me know what you want. I got you, brother. You know, we in this together. That they doing like that. You were like, hey, you want to listen to some Bob Marley? They doing like that. Okay, I'm so glad. It makes me laugh because I just knew it was gonna fold like that. I knew it was gonna fold like that. That the Caribbeans, in particular the Jamaicans, were gonna be the first people to be all like, man, all this anti-FBA stuff, I'm getting off that. They jumping off that ship. Okay, you ain't gonna be hearing them call us a cotter. I said it. I called that. I knew that was gonna happen. I said the first ones to get in line and to get that attitude adjustment was gonna be the Caribbeans, and they was gonna flip on the Africans. They was gonna be like, really? A cotter come from Africa? They don't come from Jamaica. I love you. I love you. We love you. That's the Africans over there. It's us together. We in this together. We both have to go through slavery and stuff like that. Come on. We trying to get reparations together. Screw them. They throwing them under the bus real quick. Hold on. Let me pull it back up again. Notice the bottom one. Which group listed below isn't taking accountability in this African boycott? And the first people they named is Africans. That's subliminally trying to throw them under the bus. Yeah, you know, the problem ain't the Caribbeans. You know, Jamaicans, we love you, and we're gonna have a beef patty deal on Friday. You want the lunch special? I'll put some extra jerk chicken in there. I'll put a couple extra wings in there. Don't tell nobody. I'll put an extra couple of jerk chicken. I know you like it. You know what I'm saying? You want it spicy, and I just order in. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell nobody. It's really the Africans that's really tripping. I've been telling y'all. I don't like them either. That's what I'm saying. Let's boycott them together. Woo! And y'all act like I thought y'all was saying that the boycott wasn't gonna work. I'm already seeing the results. The boycott is working perfectly. Okay, we ain't even a week into August, and you got folk flipping on other folk. Okay, talk about some standing on business. You better check your partner. You better check them. They send up there. You go to the Caribbean. They gonna be like, man, we don't really know you, and we don't want you in Carnival. We want the Black Americans to come to Carnival. We was just playing about y'all not coming to Carnival. Where's Michael B. Jordan? Anybody seen Michael B. Jordan? Come on, tell Michael B. Jordan to come to Carnival. We love him. Shout out to Sinners. Like that's how the Caribbean acting now. You see that? Now, ain't that funny? That is something funny, ain't it? That is something funny. Also, I said this. I said, notice that when it comes to non-FBAs, you're going to see a lot more of the women, which is interesting. You're going to see more of the women start to fall in line and act like they got some sense. Okay? So you got this non-FBA woman calling. Now remember that I guess I got to give you guys a reminder. This tether woman, she was talking about going to war or something like that, and there's going to be a war against FBA. Remember this?
Let's reach the consensus of all African and Caribbeans. Everybody from Jamaica, Trinidad, Haiti, and Africa. If this meet your consent, since the Black American want to go to war, let's try, let's see.
Oh, if the Black American want to go to war, the Black American want to go to war. See, they don't really want to go to war. So now what they doing is calling her out. Now they send up there saying, actually, hold on. Wait a second. Wait a second. We don't want to go to war. My bad. She don't represent us. Look at them. They're delineating. Oh, ain't that something? They out here man, I'm telling you, we only a week. We ain't even a week. We ain't even a week into August, and they already calling they oh no, they off cold. They don't represent me. They already self-delineating. Ain't that something?
Continue with her lies. Now saying that the video that she did that got her in problem, now she's saying it is an AI video. This is the same Jessina couple of months ago that came on social media and wished death on the former president. And when you guys are listening to the video right here,
And then I am here to let you know, Joe, we our next flight will crash. And he will be the only one that will die from inside in his web class.
She said she wanted to go to war with FBA. So rightfully so she got a little bit of smoke for that. Now she's saying it was an AI generated video. If you don't stop. She's saying you want to go to war. That's an AI. She said that's artificial intelligence, and she didn't do that. Okay. All right now. All right.
His son.
And then you got this other woman who's, I don't know where she's from. I don't know, because the woman who said go to war, she's from Liberia. I don't know where this other woman is from, even though she's from Africa. But she's sitting up there, got the receipts on her. She said, there's no way in hell I'm gonna let you bring the ship down. See, all we gotta do, I gotta stop real. All we gotta do is show, hey, if your ship can sink. Oh, they both Liberian? Oh, they might be. Your ship can sink. Don't you playing. The second that ship started shaking a little bit, they started pulling receipts out. They be all like, actually, hold on, throw him overboard, throw him overboard. They sit up there. The second we just let they ship rock a little bit, it ain't even been a week. This just rocked just a little bit. Next thing you know, all of them, and I told you, remember, I said the Caribbeans, they gonna flip on the Africans. All of this Caribbean and African working together against us, that's gonna stop quick. And we already seeing that. I also said that the non-FBA women are going to stop all that FBA stuff. Okay? They're going to be some of the first people to call out FBA. They're going to be the first people to call out the tether class. Okay? You don't even see in the men. The women are going to do it before the men. I'm telling you that right now. The women don't want the smoke. The men thinking they big and bad and tough and all of that stuff. The women are going to start falling in line and getting their act together before the men, which is crazy, but that's what we're seeing now. And I'm every single thing I predicted, I'm showing you the proof of. That I told you the Caribbean was gonna stop. They tethering, even though they ain't done. So we still gotta handle our business. Like I told you, we ain't gonna let up off the first. I'm sorry, I already said that. We already said that we not gonna let up off the first. I'm sorry, we not doing that. But I told you the Caribbean was gonna be the first people to flip. Okay, And I also told you the women was going to act like they got some sense before the men. And what do you see? What do you see?
And hear what Justina said when President Weah was in power. Please listen yourself.
Because of the blood of these women on my clothes, I will expose Joshua. I will put out the video, the joke we made to Mali, the weapons we took from Mali, all the weapons that he had in Bron County on Chancellor Farm, I will expose it to the Liberian people. Because you know what? You don't deserve to be a president. You don't deserve to be a president.
Justina lied on the government of Liberia and went as far as accusing few high officials of government in Liberia, stating they rape her and they drugs her. Based on these things, Liberian came to her aid and supported her financially, and she was able to travel to America and seek asylum. Within less than a year in America, Justina started showcasing relationships. Within less than a year, Justina continued with her lies, saying that the American government were after her. Now, Justina has gone on TikTok spreading hate speech. Kindly listen yourself.
The brother says, we have received all her work information. We are moving forward. We now have full documentation of her employment and professional affiliations. Because of her actions, freedmen patients are being placed at risk. This is not only unethical, it is a direct threat to our community's health and safety. Let this be clear. If you choose to attack freedmen while serving in institutions that operate within the United States, understand that you are accountable under the very systems you work for. Do not call for war while collecting paychecks under the protections of this country. Facts. You cannot work in public service and harm the public. We are moving forward with a formal complaint. Every policy, every license, every oath, we will hold you to it. This is very intelligent. Like the lady said, if they really want to get rid of you and those of you who participate in this boycott, this is not Africa. In Africa, you could just refuse to serve business to somebody because, ain't nobody going to say nothing. But in America, if you do that, they can just sue you and you can.
Like the same goes, guys.
Do you see that? Do you see that? Ain't no war. Ain't no war. Y'all can't war with us. And we're not at war with y'all. Y'all disrespect and y'all tethering and y'all off code and y'all getting the much needed metaphorical ass whooping that y'all been asking for. Y'all been sitting up there puffing y'all chest up, acting all like y'all got it like that. Y'all been doing that, and now y'all getting y'all ass whooped. Now y'all getting that gut check of reality. I'm talking about that gut check, the ones that make you drop to your knees and cough, and you're seeing stars, y'all, of metaphorically speaking, of reality. Ain't no bet. Yeah, you can't. All of the stuff that y'all be doing in Africa, y'all can't do over here. Ain't no war. We ain't warring with nobody. The only war we got is the war against white supremacy, and everybody and everything else is just getting checked. Ain't no war. It ain't no war. You just getting checked. What L's is we taking? We ain't taking no L's. Y'all can't do nothing to us. You sitting up there talking about going to war. Now your job is up for grabs. The jobs that you claim that y'all work so hard and that y'all do because y'all don't complain and y'all pull yourselves up by your bootstraps and your focus on what you got to do.
Wherever you go with your shadow. And I just want to tell Justina to stop lying because our community knows Justina as a liar. Justina, own up to what you have said and apologize to the Black American community. Own up to it. Stop saying that is an edited video or the video was edited or the video is an AI video. That is not AI. It was not edited. Own up to it and apologize. You are not yet a citizen of America. And so, and the shocking part about this, you've been in America just for 2 years and you're making such hateful statement. That's a hate speech. All right?
Own up to what you have said, apologize, and move on.
Oh, hold on. Okay, look. If anybody try to tell you we ain't winning, and FBA is some fringe group of people online and we don't matter and we're insignificant and all of this stuff, why is everything we do working out the way we plan for it to? As a lineage, because we are a lineage. We're not a group. We're a lineage. Now, we're people who take our lineage. There are some people who take their lineage more serious than everybody else. All of you all, okay, to the FBAs, because we got some non-FBAs, but to the FBAs in the chat room, y'all take y'all lineage very serious, just like I take my lineage very serious. We take our lineage very, very seriously, okay? Notice how everything we say, when we say you need to respect the lineage, and if you don't, you're going to find yourself in a very uncomfortable position. They say, I don't think so. And now nobody knows what Mrs. Hindu Indian Kamala Harris is going to do anymore. Now you don't know if she's ever going to see another elected position again. We said respect the lineage. She said nope. Now she don't know where she's going to go for the rest of her life. Now for the rest of her life, she's going to have this dark cloud of losing the presidency twice circling her head. Okay, now she has this dark cloud of being the biggest political loser of a presidential election of all time on her legacy. She had the absolute biggest loss of presidential elections. Period. Got swept. Clean sweeping. We told her respect the lineage. Remember, she said, no, I'm not. Okay, all right. Well, you not gonna see the presidency. Hold on. We said respect the lineage. Mr. Roly-poly, no-neck, Roland Martin said, no. I don't gotta respect you fools. Okay. And now he's sitting up there begging for money. Y'all see some of his videos. He's out like, man, y'all need to donate to media. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn. Y'all, some of y'all ain't gonna learn. That's fine. That's fine. We don't need all of y'all to learn. We don't need all of y'all to learn. Just like we don't need all FBA to boycott. Do y'all understand that? We don't need all FBA to boycott. We just need a significant amount. It don't take everybody. Everybody ain't gonna do it. We don't intend for everybody to do it. We just need a very significant amount. Because y'all feeling the dent already. Y'all feeling the pain already. Ain't even been a week. And y'all already feeling it. So yeah, we told y'all respect the lineage. And then all we said is, y'all said no, we said fine. Okay. Cool. You got it? You got it? You sure you got it? Okay, cool. You got it. All right. Let me stand back here. Let me take my Akata ass and I'm gonna stand back here because I don't know where I'm from and I don't know my homeland and I'm a pretendian and I don't know anything and you guys know everything. Y'all so educated, y'all so cultured, y'all so smart. So let me just step back and let y'all handle it. Okay. Now they sitting up there talking about y'all all that anchor baby stuff is stuff. We told y'all respect the lineage. Y'all said no. And then they said, okay, hey, all that anchor baby nonsense y'all been doing, y'all better stop that. We told y'all respect the lineage. Now what happened? Now y'all got to deal with ICE. Now y'all got to deal with ICE. See, y'all gonna learn one way or another. That's the crazy part. Y'all gonna learn one way or another. That's the wild part about it. Shout out to KZL. Appreciate you for the cash out. Look, we don't have at this point, we are winning. We don't have to do nothing else. We're not harming nobody. All we doing is saying, hey, if you don't respect the lineage, then the lineage ain't gonna respect you. See, the thing is that we're the heroes. We're the good guys. And they need the lineage to come and be the Superman. Okay, yo, we just had a Superman movie like a week or so ago. We have been everybody's Superman. The thing is that Superman, the second he sees or hears danger or whatever, Superman flies in to save the day automatically. Superman don't check to see who you are or where you from or what you. Superman, if you about to fall from a building, here Superman come to catch you. Okay, if a giant monster about to step on you, here comes Superman. You know what I'm saying? If you explode the explosion, here comes Superman. Here comes Superman. They're used to Superman, and now Superman has some instructions. Now, y'all don't have to follow the instructions. You really don't. But let's see how you deal with this giant monster. If you don't want to follow Superman's rules, you don't have to. You don't have to. But now when Godzilla come and he start with his laser breath, blowing the buildings down and stepping on everybody, don't call Superman. That's all we saying. That's the only thing we saying. If you want Superman to help you with the giant dragon and monster and alien and all that stuff, then you need to follow Superman's instructions. You feel like you can do it by yourself and you don't need Superman until a damn giant Martian come vaporizing everybody. Now you asking for Superman. Don't ask for Superman. Don't do that, because you said Superman was lazy. You said Superman didn't have no culture. You said Superman was unintelligent and Superman was asking for handouts. That's what y'all said. All right. So you can deal with this giant robot alien by yourself. You can deal with Lex Luthor and Brainiac and Doomsday. And you can deal with all of them by yourself. How about that? How about that? Don't call us. Don't do that. And then see, what I promise y'all, once a couple of people, metaphorically speaking, once Godzilla step on a couple of, Godzilla ain't no Superman villain, but y'all understand, because I'm gonna have some comic book people in the chat room being all like, actually, Afro League, Godzilla is from another brand of comics. Okay, I get it. Thank you. Now there was 2 crossovers back, one in 1942. Okay, thank you. All right. But once Godzilla, I'm using him as an analogy for the comic book heads, because I know we got a lot. People going to be like, what do you think of the new 52 compared to please, comic book fans? I know we got a lot of comic book fans. Please don't. Let's not lose the plot. Let's not lose the plot now. Every time I bring up a comic book, we always get somebody be like, Afro, did you read the latest version of Justice League? Please don't lose. We do it every time. Okay. But as I was saying, all it takes is for Godzilla to step on a couple of people. Godzilla step on one car. Godzilla use his fire breath to knock down one building, and everybody gonna get it together. Godzilla don't gotta step on everybody. He just gotta step on one person. For y'all to understand, Superman is to be taken serious. The second he step on one person, then y'all gonna be like, you know what, Superman, you was right the whole time. I love you. You know what I'm saying? I don't love nobody else but you. Thank you, Superman. Now everybody's gonna get it together. You see that? Yeah, now everybody gonna get it together now. Okay. Yeah. Now y'all seeing the Jamaicans getting it together. Y'all seeing the women getting it together. All we got to do is keep being Superman and Superwoman. Okay. Superman and Superwoman. Shout out to the sisters. All right. That's all we got to do. That's all we got to do is keep being ourselves. And that's it. Because the thing is that this monster that we're fighting, people don't understand, and people have been taking for granted how much we've been saving everybody, because we've been saving everybody from the real hard fight. We've been bailing everybody out. We've been swooping in for the rescue, and we've been lifting the cars and pulling all of the heavy loads and all of that. We've been doing all of that so much, people don't understand how real it really gets out here. how grimy and dirty and difficult it gets out here. So the second we ease up, next thing you know, they have to face the beast themselves. And once they got to face the beast themselves and they get a taste of what we've been having to face, now they sit up there talking about, hold on, FBAs, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's an FBA. Oh, thank you, FBAs. Thank you for coming in and saving the day again. Oh my God, I love you guys so much. Yeah, now y'all got some act right. Now y'all got some act right. Okay, it didn't take that long. Boy, what time? It didn't take that long for y'all at all. Now, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I already said we can't fold off the first I'm sorry. We can't, because that's one thing. We've been too forgiving. We have been too forgiving in the past, and we got to learn from that. We have to learn from that. We've been doing that with way too many people. Okay? We will sit up there and fold and shake hands off the first I'm sorry. We cannot do that no more. We can't do that no more. It'd be the first I'm sorry. We'd be like, oh, it's forgiven, man. We're family. No. They ain't I'm sitting up there just making sounds and y'all understand. Then hey, well, off the no. Come on now. Come on now. If we winning, let's keep the pressure on. All of this, come on, we be just itching to forgive somebody. We got to stop that. We are not doing that no more. That's been our kryptonite. I'm talking about Superman. That's been our kryptonite. The fact that we've been itching to forgive people so much. Okay, we've been fighting the beast, but that's been our kryptonite. We be like, please say I'm sorry one time. They say I'm sorry one time. All's forgiven. That's our kryptonite. We got to stop that. We got to stop. Okay. All this itching to forgive somebody. This is why we've been on the damn Democratic plantation for generations. All right. This is why we don't got nothing. This is why all of these other groups of people have been using our plight as a damn ramp so they can get ahead of us. Okay. All this forgiving everybody off the first unserious. I'm not talking about it's a genuine apology. These people don't even genuinely apologize, because apology comes with changed behavior and changed actions. Do you understand? So if the actions have not changed, then the apology is not sincere and genuine. Okay? The apology is not sincere and genuine. All right? If the actions have not changed. Do you understand? So off of the first hearing of that, we just want to forgive. Hey, that's been our kryptonite. Okay? So we gonna have to operate like we are going to have to operate like businessmen and businesswomen. That's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to be cold with it, because we are in a war against white supremacy, and wars are very cold, calculating, brutal, and unforgiving. All right. So we're gonna have to operate like that. We're gonna have to be very strict. That's the only way we're gonna win. We're gonna have to be strict with it. I mean, we're gonna have to stand on business. For everybody whose hearts and feelings is all on their sleeves and all of that stuff, look, y'all cannot represent, because y'all be sitting up there looking for an apology that they didn't even give. Y'all accepting apologies that they haven't even given yet. So no. Y'all cannot be sitting up there falling for the damn okie doke again. That's the same thing. Come on. We've been stuck in on the damn hamster wheel forever with that damn kryptonite weakness. Come on now. We get to these super chats. Tell it like it is says, let's take the fight to these ashy bums. I can tell that place was janky when I saw the floor. Yeah, it's not even professional looking. Boycott them indefinitely. That place isn't professional looking. Come on now. Hurricane says no more tethers, no more there ain't no more tethers. Come on now. Sister Nora says, when we gonna shut the juke joint door to FBA spaces? Been a good question. Y'all saw the movie Sinners. The second we start letting people in, forgiving, they come in with the kryptonite. We was cool. Everybody was cool. Everything was everything. Now here they come with the nonsense. Okay? Because we want to be the damn accepting family members of the world. Tell it like it is. Again, says, I don't care if the Caribbean's folded like wet laundry. They still got a few more lashes. So they never forgot. So they never forget. Look, man, like I said, we can't sit up there. I'm sorry. Okay. No, that's great. I'm glad you're getting it together now. I'm glad you're getting it together now, but you ain't. Remember, I told you we're doctors. I told you we're doctors. We're not doing this out of hate. I want you to understand this. I'm speaking for myself, not as a leader, not as a general, but as an individual. I do not hate Africans. I don't. I do not hate Caribbeans. I don't hate black people from the UK. I don't hate that. No, I don't. Okay. Now the tether class of those people, yeah, they got it. They got a problem. I got a problem with them. The tether class from all of those places, I got an issue with them. But do I hate anybody who happens to be non-FBA? No, I don't. But the thing is, I'm a doctor and I have medication because you're sick. You all are sick. And I am a doctor and I am going to prescribe you this medication. I'm going to take it because you can't do it yourself. You've proven you can't do it yourself. I'm going to take the spoon. I'm going to dip the spoon in the medication. It's going to be a big spoon. You're really sick now. I'm going to dip the spoon in there. I'm going to make sure there's no drops. And here you go. Here's your medication. Okay. And you're going to take it. All of it. You're going to take every single drop of this medication. You're going to take 100%. I don't care. You be like, I stopped coughing. Okay, come on, open up. No, oh no, I'm good. No, you ain't. Come on now. Come on. Look. And every single time I see, look, every time I see another tether pop up, it's another doses. Okay. Every time I see y'all good. Oh, well, there go Candace Owens again. Hold on. Here's another scoop of that medication. Here you go. Oh, there go Brian Donalds. Okay, here's another scoop. All right. Oh, there go Obama. Here's another scoop. Y'all gonna get tired. Y'all gonna get tired. Y'all just, we spoon feeding y'all this medication. Kamala's not black, but we gonna give you another spoonful anyway. Here you go. I'm just saying, we gotta give you another spoonful. Even she ain't black, but come on, just get another spoonful. There you go. Now she Indian, but it's unfortunate, but y'all you just need one anyway. We just hold on. There we go, Myron. Yeah, you're gonna have to have you're gonna have to have 2 spoonfuls for Myron. Come on now. Yeah. You might say you feel better, but we are the doctors. So you don't feel better till we say you feel better. You don't tell me, I tell you. So when I am ready to stop giving you the medication, that's when you stop taking the medication. Okay? You don't stop taking medication when you want to. Okay? You've been sick for a very long time. Medication don't taste good, but we're going to feed it to you anyway. You're going to take it. Okay? I don't want to make sure you're going to take it. And then you're going to take a nap. It's going to make you sleepy. You're going to take this medication, then you're going to take a nap, and you're going to drink a lot of water. That's how we're going to do it. Okay? And then you go, and you're going to have to keep coming back for checkups. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Because you ain't been coming in for your checkups. That's how you got so sick. So after we give you this medication, then you got to come back next week. We got to do a diagnostic. We got to do an examine. Okay? And we start saying, okay, then next week, now you got to start coming in. You got to start checking in with your doctor now. That's how we're going to do it. We the doctors. And look, man, we're doing this for you because we love you. We're doing this for you. You're welcome. Okay? You're welcome. This is for you. Now, it's for me too, but it's good for you. Okay. Tell it like it is it's a like the sorry FBAs we was just playing. Yeah, like the ones who believe. Oh, and to be honest, let me tell you something. There's some FBAs who need some medication too. We just got to say that. All of these damn Pan-African FBAs, all the damn Democrat shield FBAs and the Republican shield FBAs, they gonna need a couple of good spoonfuls of this medication too. The medication is called On Code. That's what it's called. The medication is just called On Code. All right, from the Black Empowerment Pharmacy. It's called On Code, and we're gonna have to spoon feed some of the damn Democrat shills. Okay, come on, Al Sharpton. Here you go. Yep, there you go, Al Sharpton. Come on, here comes Skip Gates. Here, come on, Skip Gates. There you go. There you go, Thomas Sowell. There you go. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. Yeah, everybody's gonna be feeling better. And then everybody's gonna have to keep their checkups. And if you don't check up, we're gonna assume you're sick again. And then we're gonna have to give you some more medication. Tell like it is says, old girl was singing like Anita Baker, wasn't she? Oh yeah, she was snitching. She said she did this and this and this and this, and she not like me at all. I love you. Oh, they folding. That means the medication is working. That's what that means. Because we're doctors. We know what we're doing. We've been doing this for a minute. Okay. My heart is ice cold. Ain't no more forgiving. Yeah. All of that people who got their hearts on their sleeves and all of that stuff. Like, please. Can't we all get along? Look, I'm scooping the thing up. Can we all get along? No. Please stop. No. Please. Every time you say it, you get another spoonful. So stop saying it. Because it shows them that it ain't working. You said, wait, hold on. What? You said what? Come on, here you go. I'm just we're running out. I need to get another bottle at this point. Every time you ask for us to stop, here you got to get another dosage. Y'all got to stop. You're doing it to yourself at this point. All right. I want you to stop taking it. All right. My arm is getting tired feeding y'all like this, but y'all keep doing it to yourself. It's my responsibility. We got HIPAA laws and stuff like that. This is our responsibility to make sure you take this medication. Okay. That which actually don't got nothing to do with HIPAA for the people in the medical field, because I know y'all gonna be like, Afro, that don't got nothing to do with it. But yeah, I know. Just saying. I know we got nurses all up in here. They're gonna be like, Afro, you don't know nothing about HIPAA. I know that I know. Trust me, I know. Okay. Boy. All right. And then Hannah sends a super sticker. Thank you so very much, beloved. Appreciate you, Hannah. Appreciate you. Yep. Yeah, I know. If I say, listen, I'm telling y'all, we got a whole bunch of very intelligent people in this chat who watch this. Okay. We got people who are comic book heads. We got people who are nurses. If I say something wrong and they be all like, actually, Afro, penicillin isn't supposed to go in the morning. It's supposed to go at the evening time. And then you got to take that with okay. I get it. Okay. Let me not say nothing wrong about no HIPAA laws, because I'm a trigger one of the nurses in the chat room to be like, Afro, I love you. They always say it nice too. They be like, Afro, I love you, baby. But HIPAA, you gotta Google what HIPAA is. Come on now. You can't be spreading no misinformation. Okay, I'm sorry. That's not what HIPAA is. Lord. Okay. I'm gonna have her and then her comic book loving husband be all like Afro Elite. Now, Godzilla don't have kryptonite because Godzilla is not from Krypton. Kryptonite comes from Krypton. Now Superman is okay. I'm gonna have the whole family correcting me. It is what it is. I love it though. I love it. It's funny to me when I see it. I love it. I'll be like, damn, I was wrong. Because I can be wrong because I'm not a leader. Okay. I'm not a leader. I'm not a general. I'm not a commander. I'm not a chief. I'm not a captain. It's okay. It is what it is. Okay. Yeah, it is what it is. It's fine. But yeah, like I'm saying, all of this propaganda of us returning to the motherland and finding our real roots and all of that stuff, this is not wrong. You want to be a citizen of Berlin? Okay. You need to go get some reparations off of them. That's what you need to do. You and Russell need to get some reparations. Return that back. If you're going to be over there, you need to be over there standing on business, Ciara. Come on now. But ain't no returning to our roots because we know our roots. We know what we've done. And we are not going to sit up there and let people deroot us and misplace us and act like we're some type of lost, nationless people from Africa. We're not doing that anymore. We understand who we are and we understand what we're doing. And don't let anybody tell you what we're doing is not working. Don't let anybody tell you what we're doing and we're lost and we're alt-right and all of this and all of that. Don't let nobody tell you that. Don't let nobody tell you that because we know what we're doing and what we're doing is working and we winning. And I want to thank you guys for that. Thank everybody for standing on business because that's how we've gotten where we are today. Because everybody is on code. Because we already took our medication. We already we are well in good shape, in good health. They're not. So they need it. We don't. They need it and we don't. Shout out to Andrea for the Cash App. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Now, family, we're going to keep up with that. We're going to keep up with it. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for listening. We've been on here for a good minute. Like I said, for the Pan-Africanists, if you guys going to make a response, let's go there. For the Pan-African, and I'm going to say this before we leave. Okay? For the Pan-Africanists, if you about it, like you say you about it, if you smart like you say you smart, let's have a battle of the Afros. Come on. And how you getting mad at me? Because I say I actually have an afro. You got locks. You got locks. And you mad at me for saying afro. Okay, all right. Okay, well, whatever. I ain't even hating. You know what I mean? It's afro textured hair is what he's gonna say. I'm the one with the okay. Just hating for no reason. Okay, fine. Okay. It's Afro Elite versus Afro Locks. That's what he's called. Okay, all right, that's cool. But if you feel that way, say something. We can set something up. I'm very fair. I'm very reasonable. And we can get some straightening done. He ain't gonna do it. He's not gonna do that though. I promise you, he's not gonna do that. Because if he wanted to do that, he would have been done that. He would have been responded. So he don't really want to do that. Let me see. Bertha, thank you very much for the Cash App. I appreciate you. Thank you very much, sister. I appreciate you. All right. And thank you all, family, my FBA family, my supermen and superwomen. Thank you very much. All right. Be one of every single last one of y'all. If you guys have not seen the notification, you can follow on social media, which is great. But what is really great is y'all hitting that like button. That's what's really great. Y'all hitting that subscribe button and y'all hitting that notification bell. Y'all making sure y'all hit all of that stuff. The subscribe button, notification bell, like button, all of that. Make sure y'all hit all of that stuff. Thank you very much, my beloved brothers and sisters. I appreciate every single last one of y'all. Y'all stay blessed.